Alright guys, BLM here, back, another live stream, right on time. I started right on time, right at 11. I'm definitely not late at all. But yeah, I do apologize for being so late. I didn't realize it would take this long. Generally I was trying to wrap up part 2 of the Rumo video, which is currently exporting. Thank you Zorko for resub. 58 months. I've been a affiliate for 58 months. Oh, is there actually a new Star Fox? Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, there's gonna be a new Star Fox game. But yeah, I have been working on the Rumo video, finalizing everything. Part 1 is available for members at this point, which I have a few issues with it, but whatever. And then part 2 is currently rendering right now. Hopefully, I'll be able to make it available for members tomorrow morning. We'll see. But yeah, Route 50 also happened. Good episode. Like, I had fun with it at least. I mean, like, I have issues with the fact that he decided to do this twist at this point and all that, but like, I've had fun with it. Like, I do think Ozzy going out was, like, kind of heartbreaking. I mean, generally, and it's like, it's a spot where, like, obviously, I didn't like Ozzy coming this season. I wasn't, like, in, like, outside the show, again, there's definitely, like, a lot of problematic things about Ozzy, but, I did genuinely feel bad for the guy. Like, for it to, like, literally happen again. And it's about where, like, he's kind of screwed in this spot, to a degree. Like, obviously not fully, because, like, it seems like he would have been, like, a move would have been made against him either way. But like, obviously, if Suri was there, Suri would have warned him, he would have claimed his idol. But yeah, it's also very funny that the spoilers were wrong about this episode, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, I don't know why he didn't play his idol. That's insane to me. Like, it seems like he really trusted Joe. Seems to be the case, right? And like, I don't, and like, my stream title for those watching the VOD is this one. Yeah. Congrats, Rizzo, for ruining Spire 50. Which, what I mean by that is, one, I just think it's easy to shit on Rizzo because I think it's funny. Also, I do generally think this was a horrible move for Rizzo. Like, I just don't even understand, like, I understand the logic. I just think it's bad. I don't think there's, like, I don't know what the argument would be that this was a good move for Rizzo. I legitimately can't even think of, like, a single thing in my mind that I think this was good for Rizzo, for Ozzy to go out. In the spot that, like, I think it's like, get Ozzy to flush his idol? Good. Like actually take out Ozzy? Insane. I just do not understand. Rizzo 8. Did he though? It's not even his move. Like, no one's like, oh my god, Rizzo made his. No one even fucking knows Rizzo and Ozzy are close. Like, it's not even like a thing that Rizzo can go to Final Trial and be like, oh my god, I made this big blindside on Ozzy. It's like, no one fucking cares. No one knows that him and Ozzy are close to begin with. The Rizzo and Joe are way closer than the edit is showing. Yes, and to be fair, it was in the secret scene, but it wasn't, like, yeah, it was on the episode itself. Rizzo protected Mother Bracco? Sure. Yes, Sri, and like, Edgic discussion is gonna be very weird. But yeah, like, Suri, I thought made like, obviously played this around perfectly. It really feels like a spot where, like, is this gonna be another Big Brother 25 situation? Where, like, and like, too, for Big Brother 25, obviously there's a lot of things to call out with Suri and, like, issues she made, but like, it really does feel like, because it feels like Suri's game is, like, starting to go downhill at this point, where, like, her Wizard of Oz's alliance is gone, Ozzy's gone. But like, it feels like a spot where, like, she's not, like, she's playing optimally. She's being screwed by her allies. Like, she's being screwed by Rizzo making a dumb move and taking out Ozzy to begin with, and also being screwed by Ozzy, like, blowing up his own spot and not fucking playing his idol. So he doesn't have enough people that want to take her past 5. I think at this point she doesn't. Like, I think Ozzy definitely would have. I mean, for Ozzy even says on the show. There's a shot Tiffany would. Rizzo, I just, like, and that's another reason why Rizzo ruined the season. Why can't you just let Suri win? Just let her win. Why even try to make moves for yourself? Yeah, also, yeah, it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's like, is Rizzo Corey? No, I think Rizzo's Izzy. Like, I think Ozzy's Jared. I think Rizzo's Izzy. And, like, I don't know, maybe, like, Aubrey is Corey, I guess? Or, like, Jonathan? I don't know. I mean, I've not watched Survivor Quebec yet. Again, I won't until I start working on the 50 review, probably. See, I don't understand why more people aren't like this. Why aren't more people like Ozzy? Why aren't people just gonna lay down their sword for Suri? And to be fair, like Ozzy obviously wanted to beat Suri, but like just go to the end of Suri. What's the worst that can happen? You lose to Suri? Like there's worse things in the world. Stephanie Mimi. Maybe, probably. Maybe. Ozzy moron for like, yeah, I don't understand. Like Ozzy, like that was insane. Like Ozzy, like I'm shitting on Rizzo, but also like, why? Like, why did Ozzy do that? Like I get like obviously his explanation is that I guess it's jury management, but like that is abysmal. Like I genuinely don't understand how that was like a thing you thought was a good idea. Which, like, I mean, really, I guess he really does need Suri in the game. Which I did like that like paid off that storyline pretty well. Where I was not expecting this to happen in this way, but like, yeah, for like the entire storyline for Ozzy to be like, oh, I need Suri in the game or whatever. It's like for him to be separated from Suri, and that's actually like the point where he goes home is pretty insane. I mean, like, I'm assuming his thought process is that like, well, I probably can't beat Suri normally, so I had to like set it up by telling Aubrey before she goes on the jury. But again, now that's dumb, especially do it that way. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I don't know why stream bugged out for a second. Is Ozzy number one in the play ranking? Yeah, I'm Ozzy's number one. I don't know what to do with Emily. There's like an argument Emily's one. Probably not though. Like Emily was like double screwed here. Like she was screwed by the split tribal of it all, and then she was also screwed by Devins having an idol. So like I think that's the argument. Emily should be higher. I do think Ozzy's more in a central position of deciding where the votes were going round by round, even though to be fair, obviously like Suri was the one really like seemingly leading the charge. Well, like Emily's been kind of like towards the bottom for the last few rounds, but I would probably still lean Ozzy one, but I could definitely see an argument for Emily being one. I actually, yeah, I feel like that was weird that everyone got the revote. Like I haven't like properly thought it through yet, but like I get it's a spot where so Emily, like, so the tie is on Suri, right? Suri is one of the people that has the extra vote. So in that world, it's not a one, like, it's not like a spot where they both nullify each other because Suri has 2 votes, Emily has 1. So I get that logic, but in that world, the reality should be that Emily can't vote. I think like it should have been a spot where like, and I guess it's like they don't want they don't want to expose who has the extra vote, right? But like I think that's still a spot where like you get Emily to go up, but Emily can't vote, and then like Sri goes up and she can vote once. I think is what it's like what it should be. But like I get why they did it this way, even though I think it's weird that they did it this way. I mean, Suri should, by their rules, Suri should be able to vote once because she had an extra vote. Like, by their rules, they say that, okay, you can't vote. Like, again, the rules that they implemented starting 47 were that you can only not vote in a revote if both people have a vote because, again, you're nullifying each other's votes. In this world, Suri has 2, Emily has 1. So, like, Suri has 1 more vote than Emily. So, Suri should still get a vote from their rules. But by the old rules, yeah, Suri and Emily both wouldn't have voted. But, and like, again, I said this back during 47. This is actually the more proper way of doing it. Like, this is the intended way. Like, I think they unintentionally did it that way, like, before. I don't think they because, like, the entire logic of why, like, people don't vote in the revote is what they said during 47. Like, that is the logic of why that is the case. But then obviously, like, the inclusion of extra votes and all that stuff sort of, and like losing your vote messed that up. But it's like they did run it the other way for so long that's like it is still really fucking stupid that they just changed it out of the blue. And don't even seem to realize that they did change it also. Who's playing the worst amongst the final 7? Aubrey. I don't think that's close, right? Is it close? Like, who, like, generally, like, again, like, obviously the edit is like saying, oh, this is Aubrey's move. This was not Aubrey's move. Like, Aubrey, like, Jonathan already wanted to go for Ozzy. What does Joe even do? What the fuck did Aubrey do? The fact that the edit also made it like Aubrey taking credit for Rick Devens doing the Mr. Beast Beware. It's like, what? Like, what? What are we doing? Tiffany's worse than Aubrey? I don't think so. Tiffany's not, like, even Tiffany's not great, but, like, I don't think she's worse than Aubrey. Like, I think Aubrey's played, like, a pretty horrific game to get to this point. Like, is there, like, anything Aubrey has done, like, actively well on this season? Like, she's, like, she would have been booted at almost every opportunity in the pre-merge. And, like, too, for she had an idol, but it's, like, whatever. Like, post-merge, it's not even like she's found an alliance. Even at this point, like, even when, like, Joe, or when Jonathan wants to pull in Aubrey into the vote, he's talking about, like, I don't trust Aubrey. Joe's talking about how he doesn't trust Aubrey. He's playing like Michelle. Yeah, and that's shit. That's bad. But yeah, I mean, again, I think Aubrey's played a shit game. Then, yeah, obviously Joe's not good. Like, Tiffany's kind of meh also, but, like, I think Aubrey's just the worst. Then obviously I think Cerise played the best. Then it's probably Rizzo at that point, right? Actually Devens is also isn't great here. Tiffany started off the game rocky. Or I shouldn't say start off the game. It was like her middle game is rocky. Like, she's in the minority on the swap tribe, and then she's blindsided the Blood Moon. She's recovered decently well, but it's not like she's doing that much either. Like, she hasn't really, like, been, like, leading the charge against votes or anything until, like, this Aussie vote that she wasn't even, like, really a part of. Yeah, Devins is playing the same game as last time. Like, generally, like, the only people that are playing well are like, well, really, at this point, Suri. Like, Rizzo until he made this move. And even then, again, like, can Rizzo win? Don't know. And then, like, Jonathan's, like, had moments. Like, everyone else is kind of bad. I think with Jonathan, it depends on, like, if he can win or not. Which, like, I don't know. Is Rizzo move better if he has good relations with Joe and Aubrey? No. I think it's like, well, I mean, like, is it better? Yes. Is it good? Like, is it still good enough? No. Like, I think the issue with Rizzo's move is that now he's making himself the biggest target because he has an idol. He's the only person left with an idol in that spot where, oh, actually, yeah. Oh, yeah, because Devin's played it, yeah. So he's the only person left with an idol. In a spot where, like, this entire round was about taking out the people of idols. He also gets rid of Ozzy, who is a massive shield for him. Also splits up Ozzy and Sri, who is also just together a massive shield for him, while also taking out Ozzy, who is a, like, close ally of his. Like, it's like, yeah, he could have good relations with Joe and, like, Aubrey, but it's like, it's still bad from, like, everything else outside that. And even if it's Joe, like, it's like, good relationship with Joe is like, does that matter? Like, Joe would have been with him either way. Like, Joe didn't even want to do the move. I did not listen to Caleb Deep Dive. I really don't care, to be honest. Rizzo playing the Hannah Shapiro game? Maybe? I mean, I can kind of see a comparison. I don't know if it's a 1-for-1, but Rizzo Jonathan jury vote? I don't know. Like, I think Jonathan's probably, like, more out in front, but, like, people don't like Jonathan. So it's like, but like also I don't know if people respect Rizzo. So I don't know. Cabe's deep dive is it whatever. Anyways, that's what I assumed. I feel like Cabe's the type of person that would just not be interesting like hearing him talk about his game, because I don't think he really like gets his game that much. Like I would be much more inclined to watch like a Keeley or Mark interview than a Caleb interview. In a 3-way tie, they just all vote. But also, I don't know if that's what they would actually do, because I don't think they actually understand the rules that they created. But if they stay consistent with the rules that they've created in a 3-way tie, they would all vote. Have we had a 3-way? Yeah, we haven't had a 3-way tie in a while, right? It almost came this episode. Rizzo would be playing the Hannah game if he admits to having a crush on Serene in the finale. I guess. Yeah, why not? Are there 3 more episodes? 2, I believe. I think next episode is the penultimate episode. Sierra vote wasn't a 3-way vote. It was a 3-way tie. It was a 2-way tie. But bad for Suri because her social game was so good. She's been looped into the Aussie plan. Yeah, the fact that she's even being told about the Aussie plan is also pretty insane. Like the fact that like Tiffany, like yeah, both Tiffany and Jonathan are so openly talking about the Aussie blindside plan of Suri is insane. Is Rizzo higher than Savannah all time? Maybe. I think it's probably close-ish. Depends on how the season plays out for Rizzo, I think. Was it an awful episode for Suri? I don't know if it was an awful episode, but it wasn't like a great episode. Like I think it was a fine episode. It's like another one where she gets a lot of good SPV. I think the fact that we didn't see her. Okay, should we just get to player ranking where we like kind of like talking to it, right? Joe's social media this week is interesting. Yeah, I did see some stuff like so he blocked Savannah, right? Which is like okay, sure. Where am I? This. Okay. Player ranking, episode 11. Let's see how long I can make it this time. It'd be really funny if this ends up being another 30-minute episode for 7 people. Yeah, I already talked this earlier in the stream about Ozzy and Emily. I think I'm going to have Ozzy 1. I do think Emily was screwed. But I think Ozzy's game before that was... Actually, then again, Ozzy was blindsided back during the Mike White vote. I think Ozzy's post-merge game is better. Ozzy's elimination's worse. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I will go back on Emily 1. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'll go Emily 1. I think actually... I think Emily's early game is better. And then I think her elimination is... Okay, what the fuck am I doing? I wasn't paying attention to what numbers I was putting in. Yeah, I think her elimination's a lot better. Along with the fact that I don't know... Like, even though I think Ozzy was well-positioned for a lot of the... Like, actually, is he even that well-positioned considering he's being targeted? It's just that Cerie's, like, be able to put out the fires for him. Did Emily have a path to the end? Probably not. But like, I don't know. Still like did less wrong, I feel like, in her boot round. Yeah, I feel like it was a lot of near to Ozzy. I mean, Ozzy had a path to a degree, and the fact that like I think Sri wanted to take him to the end. But like where like Emily, it's like, but I guess that's kind of the same thing with Emily. Like, is it that different? Like, and like I think more people were like actively targeting Ozzy than Emily, so it's like, yeah, whatever. I'll go Emily 1. Anyway, power ranking. We'll go in reverse order because that's the more fun way of doing this, especially at this point. Tiffany, number 1. Yeah, Tiffany's still dead, obviously. Is she the most dead? Probably. I don't know. I think her and we'll get to Joe, but like it's obviously between the two on like the 2 worst edits. Tiffany like got a fine episode, like all things considered, but like it's still just like obviously not enough. Like she's pretty yeah. Like she just feels like a side character, and Like, generally, actually, I just realized this. Like, what happened to her relationship with Aubrey? Like, that really went nowhere, right? Like, even the Joe relationship, like, we got, like, a mention of it this episode, but we never see them actually interact. It is kind of bizarre how, like, it feels like they have set up a lot of, like, relationships for Tiffany. Like, we see her with Aubrey, see her with Suri, see her with Joe. Now we're seeing her with Jonathan. It's like, we're seeing her, like, in, like, conversations, everything, but they're just, like, not being detailed on the show at all. It just feels like there's such an afterthought. So, yeah, Tiffany said. Rizzo, my man. One so far. I think you made a shit move though. I think your move was horrible. But again, it's better than Tiffany. I think Rizzo also is like kind of drawing dead for me edit wise. I don't feel like this is like a fine episode for Rizzo, but it's after like 2 like almost invisible episodes for Rizzo. And like now it's like he's flipping on his alliance and all that, and even then I don't feel like he gets that much credit for the move. Feels like teeny. I don't know about that. Such a Rizzo hater. I mean, maybe he should actually play well for once. I think this is generally a horrible move. I think his game up to this point has been pretty good. I think this was a horrible move to take out Aussie. And I think edit wise, it doesn't really feel like the edit like gave him that much credit for it. Like it really felt like a spot where it was like, yeah, like Ozzy messed up, and like considering like this is like Rizzo betraying like pretty much his main connection in the game at this point, like with like Ozzy and Suri. I feel like not much emphasis was put on that. Yeah, and like obviously like his relationship with Joe is like very underdeveloped. It was put in a secret scene. It's like I just think Rizzo's fairly dead at this point. So yeah, I have one. Rick Devens. I think he's number 1 of the people so far. This was a meh episode for Devens. Like the beginning of it was fine, like him celebrating over to how the advantage worked and all that, but it's like he was always going to get that. The back end of the episode, obviously, like Emily got all of the content about their plan. Like we didn't really get much from Rick himself. Yeah, it's like he got blindsided, so it's like you can say he got shielded or whatever, but it's like it's definitely like viable still. Like Rick's definitely not like dead, but it just feels like there's like 2 top contenders, I feel like. And I don't feel like Rick is one of those. But like I feel like at this point it feels like Rick is kind of just like propaganda for how Jeff feels about the show. Like that entire sequence about like with him like dancing, gloating about how you should play Survivor to have fun and all that sort of stuff. Like that just felt like Jeff Spiel being like thrown into the show about how the journey. Wait, what's the phrase he says all the time? The journey is the prize. The whatever it is. It really just feels like I think Rick at this point just feels like this like vessel for like production telling you how to play. But again, it's a fine like early on. Obviously, I thought he had a pretty strong edit. It kind of went like to a bit middling during the like early merge phase, but I thought last episode was pretty good for him as a like recovery post Christian elimination. There's a shot like after this episode, it becomes like all my allies are gone and like he has this like underdog run or whatever. But like again, I'm not like really banking on it, but like he's viable. That's something. Yeah, Jonathan. I think I'll still go below Rick. I think it's kind of close for me. But yeah, Jonathan, like the problem with this episode for me is that this episode was like 100% necessary. It's like this episode like gave him a lot of good like strategic content, obviously him running like both votes, but also it needed to be that. And like it was always going to be that. So I don't know how much to really like boon his edit for that when like it feels like that was just always going to be there. Like whoever wins immunity in this spot and goes to both tribals is always going to get like the majority of the content, and the content like driving the votes, because like that's what's happening, and also that's what like this advantage gives you. um so it's like I don't know how much credit to really give to Jonathan for that. I also did note I did notice a camera shot that I found interesting. I think it was when Ozzy was talking about how like I used to be all about challenge strength, no social game or something, and they cut to Jonathan during that. I was like, that's interesting. Yeah, like I feel like Jonathan, he said it's been kind of a mixed bag throughout the season. There's obviously been like really high peaks along the way. I feel like last episode, it felt like he was kind of, well, really last few episodes, it felt like he was kind of drawing closer to being dead, getting more villainous edit. This was probably like a better episode than the last few, but ultimately, it's just a spot where like it felt circumstantial. Do I think Jonathan played well these 2 rounds? I would say yes, for getting rid of Ozzy for sure. Getting rid of Emily, don't know. Like, I don't think it matters that much, to be honest. Like, if he could have gotten out Devins, that probably would have been ideal. Getting out Tiffany is probably not the worst thing for him. But again, it's like I don't feel like his relationships are being set up well enough at this point, which is also kind of an issue. Like the fact that like we just all of a sudden like see like, oh, Sri and Jonathan are super close. It's like, I guess that's a thing. But yeah, like yeah, I think he's been playing fine. But yeah, edgically, I don't feel like there's much like movement here from this specific episode. Joe. Yeah, I got one person out from each alliance. Yeah, I think like on paper it's fine. Like it's like I don't know if Emily is like this big threat you need to get out right now, but like in terms of positioning, it's fine. Yeah, Joe. I think Joe is it's between him and Tiffany for last. Is where we're at. This was a pretty bad episode for Joe. Like all the focus around like him being shit on by Suri and Tiffany. Like him being shown like clearly in the opposite, like him being like the antithesis to Devins, which again is like Devins feels like Survivor propaganda at this point. Like it feels like Joe's like the opposite. It's pretty awful. Generally, I think I'm gonna put him at the bottom. I feel like his like because like obviously like back in episode 2 he got really dunked on, and that's really been like the main reason he's been so low ever since then. Where like ever since then it's been like meh to bad, but like not like completely damning. I think the fact that he got like another episode just like really dunking on him, it's like I guess Tiffany's better. It's like I mean Tiffany's edit recently is better. And we're about to get to like a first loser edit. It was really shit at the beginning and then got better towards the end. So it's like I think that's better than it being like shit to middling the entire time. Joe would think his rank is inappropriate. That is true. Joe only got 2 votes so far from Mary and Cedric. That is insane. Yeah, one of them was to win. Joe blocked me over this. No, it's my daddy though. How can my daddy do that to me? But yeah. Joe's a big Rennie fan, obviously. First time Tiffany hasn't been last since episode 4. Since episode 3, right? Yeah. Either way, yeah. Good for Tiffany. She's not last anymore. That clearly means she has a chance. But yeah. Obviously we're getting to the big 2 at this point. I think these are like the top 2. And with that, like, we might as well just move everyone down because I think these are the top 2, and it's not really up for debate. I don't think. Those are the numbers, right? So, like, obviously, of the people so far, Suri is number 1. yeah, again, like it's like this was not a great episode for Suri. It was fine. I do think the content she had about Rizzo was not great, considering she was wrong technically in thinking that Rizzo would save Ozzy. Outside that, I think she got pretty good content in terms of like her dunking on Joe. I thought was like at least good in terms of like her being again the antithesis of Joe, which I don't think is meant to be looked at well now. Also, I do think she got a lot of good SPV. A lot of people talking very highly of Suri. I do think the fact that she ends up playing her extra vote and we didn't get that much explanation from her on that is like questionable, but like not like fully damning, considering like they could just do it next episode. And like I think they would want to keep that surprise to like be this thing of because I actually really liked how they showed it on the show. The fact that it was a surprise that she actually played her extra vote. They didn't really like blatantly tell you that she was going to do that, so that's cool at least. Yeah, it's like I don't think the Rizzo thing's like that damning. Like it's like a minor negative, but it's not really like yeah, it's nothing that really knocks her down that much. Like ultimately, I just think this is like kind of a passable episode for Suri. It doesn't really move her up in any way for me, but I don't think it really moves her much at all. I think it was just another like fine episode for Suri. And yeah, I think it's well. Anyway, let's just get to Aubrey of it all. I'm getting very worried edit wise with Aubrey. Aubrey's edit is bizarre. Obviously started off awful, like really really awful in episode 1, like absolutely horrible premiere episode, like almost nothing of substance. The only thing there was her feud with Genevieve, which even then it wasn't even like she was portrayed positively in that. Had a very good episode 2, which was circumstantial, and then like a fine, actually no, like one of these episodes was bad, right? The episode that like Genevieve found her idol, that was bad. They showed Aubrey negatively throughout that, but outside that, it's been like a fine stretch of episodes, with like a minor check-in here and there. It's like felt like Aubrey was obviously being set up for longevity, but not necessarily to win. Then we get last episode, which was very good. Last episode, we got like all the personal content from her. We got the Michelle confessional, which is like an insanely good confessional. And then we get to this episode, which, if it wasn't for her premiere, Aubrey's just number 1. And like this was an insane episode for Aubrey. Like this is an episode where like it felt like they went so far out of their way to give Aubrey for credit for things that like didn't matter. Like it's like it really felt like they were trying to push in like trying to force feed us like how good of a game Aubrey's playing when she's playing like an absolute shit game. Like again, that opening confessional of like her and Devon's in the hammock, and like Aubrey's getting to narrate over Devon's about his like the Mr. Beast advantage thing, and like talking about it like, oh, I love it when people make moves that get blood in their hands and I don't have to get blood. Like they're making it as if that is Aubrey's move. Like what? Like what does that mean? Like what do you mean she's getting credit for this? It's like, okay, she decided to not do it and let Devon's do it. What a move. Like insane. Like that is insane editing there. And then also for the entire Ozzy vote to also begin, like Aubrey gets so much credit for that as well. In a spot where like I don't know she deserves any of the credit for the actual move. Like I think you can, okay, she deserves like some credit for like getting Rizzo to turn maybe, because like, but even then that's like Ozzy's fucking up also. But like still, it's like, okay, Ozzy fucked up, told Aubrey his entire game, Aubrey then relays that to the others, Rizzo seems to turn because of that. You can credit Aubrey for that. The thing is like Rizzo doesn't matter in this vote. Like ultimately like Jonathan wanted wanted Ozzy gone, and like I do think Joe probably would have folded either way. And like maybe like how chaotic Ozzy was being, maybe that played a factor into Joe turning. But like ultimately, again, I think this is a Jonathan move, not really an Aubrey move. I don't think she did that much of actual substance here. Jonathan wanted Ozzy on from the very beginning. He has all the power in this situation. Like I think Ozzy was going like pretty much the entire time. It's just a matter of like, does Rizzo get on board? And like, how does Rizzo get on board? In terms of like, does Joe, whatever, like, is it a spot where like Joe tells Rizzo and Rizzo tells Ozzy and like, I don't know, like obviously things can fuck up from then, and even then that would be a spot where Aubrey goes home. Either way, I mean, if Rizzo's here, I will tell you again, you made a shit move. But yeah, yeah, Aubrey again, like edit wise, it's insanely good. These last 2 episodes. The problem is that her edit is so shit at the beginning. And like, I've seen like people compare her to Erica, and I feel like that's a misunderstanding of Erica's edit. Erica's edit, one, started off a pretty solid premiere, a good opening in particular. And then even then, by the merge episode, her edit completely turns around. Aubrey's edit turns around episode 10. And it's like, yeah, I guess, like, obviously in comparison to Erica, like, she's more of a constant presence in this stretch of the season, for sure. Like, Erica was, like, pretty, like, gone from the show in this stretch, outside of, like, episode 4, where, like, she's talked about as, like, a threat and they want to throw the challenge and whatnot. But aside that, like, yeah, like, Aubrey, like, has been more of a constant presence than Erica, but Aubrey's edit doesn't have much depth. Like, up to episode 10. It's like she gets, like, random connections being shown in the show that don't go anywhere. Which, like, ultimately, it's like, I guess if, like, she were to win, like, that would be, like, explaining jury votes, I guess. Like, her relationship with Coach, like, that led to nothing. To, like, I don't know, I guess it could explain, like, Coach voting for Aubrey at the end, I guess. But to be fair, like, they did that with, like, Hunter and Kenzie, right? Actually, I think, actually, it's a spot where, like, she's had a very strong last 2 episodes. I don't know if that's enough to put her 1 right now. And again, like, Sri's edit to me is, like, not perfect. It's certainly very flawed, especially in this beginning portion of the season. I think it was, like, it wasn't bad necessarily, it just wasn't as good as it could have been. Where, like, Aubrey's was genuinely bad, but I think Aubrey's had, like, a really insane 2 episodes here that, again, I think is genuine contention for number 1. I think I am going to land on 2, though. I think it's a spot where, like, I just think the beginning of her edit is so bad that it's, like, hard to, like, be super confident in her because of that, but these last 2 episodes were insane. Like, this episode in particular is, like, what are we doing? Like, yeah, it really feels like them, like, this felt like Australian Survivor with Aubrey. Like, this generally felt like how they would, like, portray, like, Liz or like, I guess, like, Caleb at points. I don't know, it felt like very Australian Survivor-esque of, like, them trying to give credit for things that, like, don't matter. But yeah, like, I still think the early edit's so bad that I'm just like, yeah, I'll put her at 2. I do agree with that for sure, that Suri definitely could be set up as, like, a final boss sort of thing, especially considering we're getting so much SPV about her. I think is, like, the worry for Suri. Like, we're not getting enough content from Suri herself. And, like, her detailing how she's, like, running a game. Where, like, again, if Suri were to win, you would expect, like, a Boston Rob level coronation edit, or, like, a Tony level coronation edit. And we're not really getting that. We're instead getting a lot of people talking about how good Suri is and how big of a threat she is, which, like, isn't as good as those other edits. But she still has gotten, like, very strong content, like almost every episode, really. Liz is flawlessly dominated if you ignore the fact that she didn't. That is true. I think at a certain point, Aubrey was playing so bad it had no allies. Showing her talking to her. Yeah, it's like, there is the argument of, like, if Aubrey were to win, it's like, maybe they, like, just didn't have the content to really show her well early on. But, like, even then, I feel like you could have at least given her something in the premiere. It's really the premiere that's I'm really hung up on, genuinely, with Aubrey. But he's like, the rest, it's like, it's bad, but it's not inexcusable. It's not like much worse than the Gabler. It's really the fact that her premiere is so shit that makes me like feel still like not great about Aubrey. Because yeah, ever since then, it's like really in many ways, I actually do think there's a lot of like Gabler comparisons edit wise, with Aubrey here. But like somehow Gabler had a better premiere, even though Gabler obviously like had a bad premiere. But like it was at least a premiere where like he was very prevalent. He got like a strong opening confessional. He again like at least was like we at least like knew who he was as a person by the end of that premiere episode. With Aubrey, it's like who is Aubrey unless we've watched previous seasons. I mean, this is kind of the. Let me look at my 43 chart. I think this is a similar trajectory, really. Yeah. This is like a pretty similar trajectory to my Gabler. I guess I had him pretty high after episode 3. I don't remember what happened in episode 3. And by high, I mean like not at the bottom of the list. Yeah, I did turn around by the end, and like that's kind of what's happening here. But also, again, like, why would you want the winner of 50 to be given a Gabler edit when like you demonize that in previous interviews? Like that's just insane. Also, so I don't know. Again, she's gotten a really good last 2 episodes, so that's something. Was Gabler spoiled? No. Yeah, if it was 43 and 48, I think are the only New Era seasons not spoiled at all, right? I think that's the case. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 41 was like minorly spoiled, I believe. Like I don't think it was like openly spoiled that Erica won, but it was spoiled that like a woman won and that like it was between a few people or something like that. But anyway, power ranking wise, yeah, I mean like Cerise won now. Cool, really mostly just because Ozzy's gone. She didn't really change. Aubrey's obviously on the rise. Joe went down. Most other people stayed the same. Yeah, literally it's just Joe and Tiffany switched. Everyone else just stayed the same relative to the people booted, except for Aubrey going up. So that's something. So yeah, that's power ranking. I'm still debating if we should do the player ranking tonight. We should work on this. How many people is there? 64? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I changed the numbers? What did I fuck up? Oh, yeah, wait, yeah, I fucked up the, yeah. For... That's right? Yeah, I think that's right now. So, either way, same thing. Why is Angelina that low? I think Angelina played horribly. Like, Angelina, like, survived... What? Well, actually, I guess 2 tribals. But yeah, she only, like, knew what was going on during 1 tribal. Even then, she was, like, the, like, target of the opposition during that tribal. Again, this is the debate. Like, I think Charlie played better early on. Like, Angelina survived tribals, but, like, Angelina also would have been the first boot had they gone to tribal, or at least, like, in consideration with Aubrey. Like, she was on the bottom of her original tribe. Charlie was in the center of his original tribe. Next episode would be a double boot. I don't believe so, but it's not impossible. While spoiling how it happened in Kalashi. I can't talk about everything because that would be spoilery, but there was a last second change in the boot. Like, I won't talk about who was meant to be going home today, but 2 other people were meant to be going home today, and it turned out to be 2 different people. And like on Kalashi, everything switched this morning for that. Insider trading, 1 billion %. Somebody says Ozzy got up or down. Up from where it was at the start of the season, but like this is a pretty bad exit. Feels weird for finale. Have 6 people left. I mean they've done it before, but yeah, I don't know. Like I don't like from a spoiler perspective. Like I don't believe it's meant to be a double boot next episode. It's like unless they put like 2 rounds back to back in one episode. Like I don't believe it's supposed to be like a double like boot round. So like it would have to be like 2 rounds put into one episode if it is a double boot. Like everyone for these returning chances, that might be a video. But generally, like I think a lot of people are still viable to come back. Like Jenna's possible, but not great. Kyle, I think, is likely. Savannah's likely. Q is pretty much a lock. Mike is likely if he wants it. I don't think he wants it though. Angelina is probably just a no. Charlie is a maybe. Camilla's probably not. Genevieve's a maybe. Depends on if she wants it or not. Colby's probably a no. D is a maybe. Like lean yes, like eventually, but like just depending on when. Chrissy's a no. Coach is a maybe. He seems open to it actually based on his interviews, but I think it would have to be like a specific like theme or something. Where like I don't think he's like always gonna say yes, but I think if it's like something that interests him, he'll say yes. Christian I think is like nearly a lock. Stephanie, I would lean no. Emily is a maybe. Yeah, I think Emily's a maybe. I think like I would love to see it, and I think after this season, it's actually made me more interested in Emily return. But I could see it from production's perspective that they look at her as like a Jerry, where from their perspective they think Jerry's like, oh, your story's done. Why are we going to bring you back? I could see that being the case with Emily in terms of how they view Emily. Ozzy, I think is very possible. Much as each of the remaining 7 got up in an all-time player ranking. Aubrey's probably not changed much based on where we're currently at. Cerie's probably staying the same, if not maybe moving up like 1 spot. Joe like goes up just for nature we see him again, but like it's not a good appearance. Jonathan goes up. Rick goes up. Rizzo goes up. Tiffany goes up probably. He was the most losing finalist vibes. Probably Jonathan, right? Losing finalists. Like it feels like Jonathan. I can definitely see a lot of stuff that he's been getting as like setup of like why he loses the game. Aubrey would have been if it wasn't for the last couple episodes. Like I think up to episode 9, it's like this definitely feels kind of like either losing finalists or like final 5 boot. But I feel like the last couple episodes have kind of changed that. Joe feels like he's being dunked on too much. Or like, has there been a recent runner-up that's been dunked on as much as Joe has? Now I think Tiffany's like kind of like too invisible to be an end gamer. I'm trying to remember, or like a finalist. I'm trying to remember if there was a finalist recently that was that way. I don't think so, right? Jake. I don't even feel like Jake was, because like even with Jake, it's like they made him like sympathetic. Joe's not even being like portrayed sympathetically. Same thing with Owen. Like Owen also was like portrayed sympathetically. Like we're not even like I don't even think we're meant to like be liking Joe. Like at this point, because with Owen and Jake, it was both of them was like they were being portrayed as like the Charlie Brown, where like they were trying things and they were failing. Joe was just being portrayed as a hypocrite. Like I feel like that's the type of edit they try to avoid in like Modern Survivor. Like Joe's getting like not as extreme obviously, but he's getting like a Rome like esque edit. Like it feels like they're like going out of their way to dunk on Joe. Yeah, like Philip, yeah. But that was obviously so long ago. I wonder what, like, do casuals still love Joe? I'd like to know. I assume they probably, I at least assume some do. Like, I assume he still probably has like a decently sized fan base. Um, but it is insane that, like, yeah, this edit is like so opposed the way he got the first time around. Um, the one Heather girl does. That perks of being something, whatever her name is. I don't like. I know that she's been like, she's like, I saw her post like vote for Joe in the popularity polls, but I believe that's more so just an anti-Stephanie thing. At least I thought it was. Rewriting the 50 cast and heroes villains, all 6 hero women outlasted 6 villain women. Kind of makes sense. Like, I mean, I think that's like goes by like perception, right? And that the like women have a more villainous connotation or whatever, more likely to be taken out early. And I guess that really just goes with anybody, but also it's like kind of obviously just random either way, because like a lot of those were like pretty arbitrary. Let me see. Actually, Jenna, Savannah, Angelina, Camilla, Genevieve, D. Actually, no, I think that's fair. Actually, like, are any of them people that you would not say are villains? I think they're all like villain people. I think a lot of the question marks were like with the men, right? On like whether they were, yeah, like I remember like Kyle being a villain. It's like kind of like, is he? Rick saying he wants to take out a bigger player like Suri or Joe. Yeah, I was initially said Joe. Like, obviously, I just assume it's because of this feud of Joe. But kind of funny that he talks about Joe as if he's like a big threat. Per even Kyle last night. Oh, really? I felt like from what I remember during 48 at least, I remember casuals didn't love Eva. Like, they loved Joe and Eva, but they didn't love like Eva on her own. Emily almost flipped the entire game as Suri didn't have an extra vote. Yeah. I mean, kind of, because like at that point, would they split? Because like clearly, like Suri was like apprehensive to begin with. So like in that spot, I don't think they split the vote. Like in that spot, they probably just go with the safe vote and voting for Emily. Like if they didn't have the extra vote. But obviously, like we'll never like really know. I like Million Dollar Secret Season 2. It wasn't anything like mind-blowingly great, but it was like another like consistently strong like season of reality TV. He was hated in a way that was very icky. Yeah. Can Erica come back and smash the hourglass to reverse the boot order? I wouldn't be opposed to that. Has Rick ever held an idol? Oh, you mean like yeah, I think he has during Edge of Extinction. During the like first round after the merge, like the Eric round, he held the idol. Like, to be fair, I guess like it was a half idol that like David had the other half, but like if he wanted to play, he could have played it. Actually, no, that was when they were disagreeing. Actually, I forgot. Actually, yeah, so that was when David didn't want to give him the idol. So I guess that actually isn't the case. Yeah, actually, is there? I'm actually trying to get through now. Yeah, is there a single round where Rick didn't have immunity where he held on to the idol? Because there might not be, actually. I think the only one that comes to mind is that round where Eric goes home. I'm debating if we should rank players. I don't know if I want to go that late ranking players, but like I kind of should. Was the Beast idol just the merge idol? Like, I don't know. Like, it is weird that no one's found an idol, right? You would think they would have hidden one like when there were like 14 players in the game. I guess to be fair, at that point they had 3 idols, so maybe they didn't need to at that point. But yeah, if they're like Aubrey plays hers, that's at what, like, yeah, that is at 14, right? She plays her at 14 when like D goes home. So yeah, it's like at 13 they only had 2 idols. They can like plant another one. How would I view returning seasons if the boot orders are reversed? I think Heroes of Villains is one of the only ones that, like, it's probably not great. I think a lot of the other ones are, like, fine, right? Like, All Stars, like, Tina getting a second win's kind of interesting. Here's Villains, like, Sugar winning. With, like, Stephanie and Randy in the final three. That's really lame. I guess second chance of, like, Vetus winning. That's kind of, like, whatever also. Like, that's not, like, a great outcome. Then what? Game Changer Sierra wins against Tony. That'd be kind of funny. Then where's that war? It's, I guess Natalie Anderson wins, right? I guess we're doing it that way. But yeah, that's fine. That'd be kind of funny actually, because it'd be like it'd be kind of like Natalie's the last like new schooler left, and then like actually gets the end and wins in that world. I think what would happen if this wasn't split tribal? I think they would have voted for Ozzy, and Sari tells Ozzy to play her. Sari tells Ozzy to play his idol. And then it depends on like who Ozzy and Sari and them vote for. Because like Devins also would have an idol in that spot. Like, so I assume Devins would have played the idol as well. So it's like, I don't know if they do like a minority vote split and like vote for Emily in that world or what exactly. It probably is likely just Emily anyway, but like because of idols and everything. Like without idols, I think it would have been like Ozzy or Rick. But because of idols, it probably like lands on Emily. Would I be mad Jason and Matt or Captains? I wouldn't be mad. I'll just be like, why? Would they go for Aubrey? I don't think go for Emily, especially because Emily still has Devins. Actually, I don't know. Now I think about it, because like I guess like Aubrey and Devins are being tied together too, so maybe. I don't know. It depends on like who they view as closer to Devins between Aubrey and Emily. Yeah, I did see the Billie Eilish interview clip, which was funny. I mean, she is a fan in the sense that she's watched the show, but is she this like big super fan? And like, is she? I don't know. It's like I think it's very clear. Like the reason they went to Billie Eilish is because like they wanted to like Billie Eilish. Like I think Billie Eilish probably wanted to promote her movie thing, whatever the fuck it is. And then Jeff's response to that is like, "Hey, why don't we put an idol in the game to like named Billie Eilish Boomerang Idol?" I assume that's probably what ended up happening there. Would be mad if Brianna Varela and Morgan McDevitt were tribe captains for 2 again. I don't really like. I'm like outside problematic people. Like I really don't care if they bring back captains from anybody. Like I'll be like, why? I wouldn't be mad. Like obviously if you bring back like Skupin and Varner, then I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? But if you bring back like Erica from Fiji and like I don't fucking know, Stephanie Favor, I'm like, sure, why not? Can we get Russell Hantz in Chaos Cast and Tracy Season 5? It's possible. I mean, we know Russell's doing a show. Would be mad if Rizzo was the captain? No, because I kind of actually would expect that to a degree. Would be mad if Aubrey wins 50? Probably, yeah. Unless something like really, really changes, but genuinely, yeah. Devins versus Joe, that'd be pretty fun, actually. Yeah, I think it is funny that Sia is involved in 50. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do the player ranking tonight. It's very late. If it was the last one, I feel like I definitely would have done it, because it's less. Actually, I guess it's not even that much less people, is it? Thanks for our go back to casting villains like Russell Hantz and crazy characters like Shane Powers. Shane Powers is possible. Russell Hantz now. like a person like Shane Powers is possible. I should clarify. I don't think Shane Powers himself is that possible, but I think a person like Shane Powers is possible. I don't think a person like Russell Hantz is possible. Yeah, I could start and like we don't have the finish, I guess. AC is involved with 50 because she sucks. I mean, maybe. Isn't there something problematic about Sia at this point? I feel like I remember there being something problematic with her. When the Arrow wins, would be the best coaches. Best coaches? Probably D. It probably just would be D and Kyle. Like maybe Rachel. Yeah, I think D, Kyle, Rachel are probably like the top 3. Show a top 10 new era character. Maybe. Oh, he's up there. Maybe. Erica, maybe. I just don't know how. Like, I know Erica just stopped watching the show, so it's like I don't know how like into it she is at this point. Like I believe she stopped watching the show until 50. Like 50 is the first season she's watched in a while, so it's like I don't know, maybe. Definitely has like a competent like knowledge about the game, like in general though. Gabler and Kenzie as coaches. I would love to see Gabler as a coach. Like that would be actually funny. Like if we were like going on entertainment value, I would pick Gabler. Is my room video ever getting finished? Are we talking genuinely or like stream wise? I think it's funny to have that in the title. Genuinely, like part 1's done. Actually, yeah, I haven't even talked about the room mill genuinely. Yeah, so I'm in the process of rewatching the video, and I'm exporting the video along the way. Part 1 is done. It was posted last night. Took a lot longer for part 1 than I was hoping. Like there were a lot of like minor adjustments I need to make. Also, I'll be honest, like there are aspects of part 1 that do kind of bother me, but I'm just like I'm not gonna like spend even more time fixing it at this point. It's like it is what it is. I gotta get it out there. Like I would have probably I think the intro I probably would have redone and like whatnot, but it's like it's been forever. I just need to get this out here. I did notice I ended up making a couple mistakes by doing the part 1. I didn't notice until I started with part 2 that I spelled Elizabeth Hasselbeck's name wrong in part 1. Which is like it's a minor thing. It's like whatever. It's fixed for part 2 on, but like still. There was also one clip that I saw that I missed fixing the background on. Because there's like certain clips that when I put them in Premiere, it glitches out Premiere to where like I have to like essentially adjust it, paste an adjustment on it slightly to not have a black background. And I missed one of them, at least, from what I've seen. I haven't like done a full rewatch of the video after it's been posted, but like from what I've seen, there's one I missed, so that's kind of annoying. And there's also one video that just glitched out. Where like it's like pixely and everything in the final like version, which is like again that's another like minor thing. It's just like whatever. Like the audio's fine. It's like a 1 second clip. It's like whatever. So like I noticed like minor mistakes like that. Part 2, hopefully it's like so I fixed the Elizabeth thing obviously, and then we'll see once it renders and whatnot. Hopefully it renders out fine. Yeah, I finished rewatching part 2 right before stream. That's why I started so late. So that's currently rendering. I'll probably start the upload right after stream, and then I'll probably make it public before I go to work tomorrow, probably. Or like make it public for members, like available for members. Probably like somewhere around noonish tomorrow. So yeah. There's that. The process is getting quicker. So again, part 1 took a while. There were a lot of like minor things I needed to adjust. Also, the thumbnail took forever, and I still don't love the thumbnail for the individual parts. So I had this idea in my head that I wanted to do that didn't really work out, and I spent so much time on it that like that's also part of what took so long for part 1 to come out. So I talked about this before that I wanted to try to like mimic the like really like fried cast photos that we got, like the those weird like black and white ones with like the high contrast and everything. I tried to like do weird like cast photos like that for like the thumbnail, and I could not get it to look right, and I just eventually gave up on it. I'll show it just because I think it's funny. They're really bad. I'm not, obviously I'm not an expert at Photoshop and whatnot, so it's like I was just like adjusting like a billion settings trying to, wait, this is the wrong one. This trying to like make them look as bad as possible, and then yeah, the AI looking ones, but like yeah, it just didn't really turn out. This was the most problematic one. I feel like load this. Like it looks like they have like blackface on. It's like yeah, I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. This isn't a thing I can do. Like this looks so fucked. Like I end up like putting like a billion different like filters and like adjust a whole bunch of settings. I just like could not get it to look right, and I'm just like, yeah, it's not worth it, dude. Yeah, man, this is also load. There we go. Like I just put like a billion filters. I actually like put them on like everybody, and that's what these are. And I was, yeah, it's like I even made, is it in here? Yeah, I even made thumbnail, like the actual thumbnail. But it's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I just decided to use regular photos. We know Bruce was not called for 50. We do know that. Oh, by the way, I actually have more to add to the Rumo video now. I found new interviews. Thank fucking God. No new information to add to the final part of the Rumo video. So cool. Truly racist, obviously. I forgot what filters I even put. I put like 5 different filters on these. But like the thing is, like, also I don't know if people would get the joke. Like I think if it was a spot where like it's obvious, like it's obviously a joke, I maybe like I obviously still adjusted it, but like I probably would have gone through with it. But like I feel like there are people that just like, most people won't get the joke, right? Because like it's not obvious what the joke is. And I think people just see like, why the fuck are these cast photos so fucked? Yeah, I know Lisa wasn't called. That was a long time ago. Sean looks light. I think it's like, yeah, I think with like maybe it's like the darker skin people, like the filter like didn't really affect them as much. I feel like Say you can tell the difference. But yeah, like Russell Swan doesn't look any different. Like you can't even tell the filters on here. It's like I think it's like really just his nose and like kind of lip area that you can tell. Like outside that, like it doesn't even look like there's a filter there. Yeah, Carolyn's is also like with like Rachel's, where like it's really fucked. Yeah, it just looks like, yeah, it like doesn't look any different. But yeah, whatever. Again, like I'm not going through this. This is Rob Ciccinino is also like, this literally just looks like him having blackface. So yeah. Not doing that. I just use regular cast photos. Julia's is kind of like the Carolyn Rachel one, which is like kind of spotty. Elizabeth is just like way overexposed. Like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, Jonas is in the main thumbnail. But yeah, I ended up going with like more standard thumbnails essentially for me. I did the 4-person thing. Oh wait, I forgot these are also not the real ones. Either way, it's close enough. Like obviously these are the fried photos and whatever, but either way, it's like the 4. I did 4 images. This bottom thing isn't there, but then I have like 4 of the cast members at the top that don't actually. I forgot. I also put the, I don't know what, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's like I didn't really know what to do with the parts thumbnail. Genuinely, like I want each individual person, but like it doesn't really like because I want to have the logo, the 50 logo there also. It's not really like because like it obviously would cover the face, like it would cover faces no matter what of whoever's on the top. So that's kind of why like I moved like these people down, but it's like whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not a fucking expert at Photoshop, obviously. Even though I literally got a degree in web design, which had me take a lot of graphic design courses, but still. So the coal mine, yeah, kind of looks like that. Jam Jam looks normal. Kind of. Yeah, I mean he does. A bit darker, I think, but outside that, like the backgrounds you can tell are fucked. Like it's like kind of like a sepia tone background. But yeah, some of these are really really bad. Joe's got fucked by giving the thumbnail. That is the case, obviously. What's BLM stand for? It's my initials. Rob looks like that JP Morgan guy. Who the fuck's what JP Morgan guy? Yeah, spoilers. I think at this point, I don't know. Well, maybe I'll do the player ranking. Probably not though. Probably spoilers in like 30 minutes if we don't do the player ranking. Spoilers is funny at this point. Like there's funny stuff to talk about. But yeah. So like timeline wise, I did get part 1 done last night. That took like pretty much. So like I was spending way too much time on the thumbnails. That took up like most of my day on Monday, wasting time on the thumbnails. So I only worked a few hours on part 1. On Monday, Tuesday, I worked a decent chunk on it. Finished it like late last night. Or not late, I guess like midnight-ish last night. Then got like a minor start to part 2. Today I finished part 2 by the time I started stream, which I started stream late. Which went a lot smoother. So hopefully I can get the remaining parts done in a fairly quick, quick fashion. I don't know if I'll be close to being done for sure by next stream, I think. I think at the pace I'm going, I think I can get one, so essentially I'm rewatching it, like, and then making, like, minor adjustments through it. I think I worked on part 2 for a total of, let's see, probably like 2 hours last night. Today, probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck, is that long? Okay, maybe like 8 hours. Was it really that long? I think I can get parts 3 and 4 for sure done by next stream. Possibly 5. Part 6, I'm still debating on what exactly I'm doing with it, because part 6, I kind of want to wait until 50 ends to finalize it, but I might still render out what I have and make that available for members. But just be open to like redoing it in the case we do get more information from 50 between now and the finale for 40 or for finale for 50. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about. Yeah, I did find out new information since last stream. I found out so like there's someone called Big Brother Spoilers, I think is what they're called, on YouTube, who have been doing interviews with Survivor alum. So with like everyone they've interviewed, they've asked, were you contacted for 50? So there's actually a lot of information, or not a lot, like obviously like essentially one per podcast. Some interesting information. Trying to remember who's here. So okay, that didn't help at all. Ron Clark confirmed he wasn't called, which like was assumed, but we know that for sure now. Carolyn Rivera confirmed she wasn't called, which again, Redmond implied and kind of assumed, but now it's confirmed. Also confirmed that she was called for Edge of Extinction, which is interesting. This is Jelinski, right? All right, Jelinski's the most interesting one. Because Jelinski is someone that we thought got called. There were claims that he got called. claims from like watch parties that that they talked to Jelinski and Jelinski said he was called. Jelinski reveals here he was not called. So that turned out to not be true, which is funny. Who is this? Okay, let's actually. There's one other one that gave us some new information, like actual relevant information. Oh, Mitch confirmed he wasn't called, which we knew that, but like we have it in like video form now. Tiffany Seeley confirmed she wasn't called. Ray knew that. Oh, this was Justin. Justin confirmed he wasn't called, but like obviously. Actually, too bad. Justin implied he wasn't called. He didn't technically say he wasn't called, but like, did we expect Justin to be called? Sammy. Okay. Sammy and Shaheen are both kind of interesting too. Yeah, he didn't call King Mitch. Shaheen gives like a wishy-washy answer because like I've said this before, like Shaheen's one that I was one of the most interested in just because like he never gave like a solid answer. Like no one directly asked him if he was ever called 50. He's done like a billion interviews and never talked about it, but he was never directly asked. This time, yeah, generally it took you in remember who Justin is. Fair. The Yahtzee guy. But either way, Shaheen was directly asked and he gives like a wishy-washy answer, but like actually, let's see if I can download this quickly and play it. Let's see if it'll fucking open. I didn't watch the Tyson podcast with Shaheen. Yeah.
And what about you in Survivor 50? Were you called at all for that?
Nope.
Says no.
Not called at all. They did. I shouldn't say that. Casting reached out to me and was very, very, very kind to me about this whole entire process. They
Okay, he says like no.
I was very happy, and
but then he says this.
Loved being on Survivor. Not being on 50 certainly is something that I wanted to do for sure.
Which like, that's a maybe, I don't know. That's like, it feels like an availability call to a degree, but like nothing beyond that. Like it definitely, like that's definitely a not in serious contention. Yeah, so like what the fuck does that even really mean? Because it's like if he just ended on no, then like obviously it's just a no. But then he like goes on to say, well, I shouldn't say that. So I was like, I don't know. And then Sammy was a no, by the way. So we have that confirmed. Not called at all, and then proceeds to say how he's. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. it's like no, but kinda. I don't know. It's like I guess like I think at best it's an availability call that went nowhere. I think likely it's like he wasn't called to be on 50, but he was called and they talked about 50. Probably. But like it's like at best it's like a minor call that never went anywhere. Just a Robin Amber on Tar 40. If it's returnees, pretty likely. If we have for Carolyn Rivera, Jeff really edging her, yeah. Razzie fans said 40 would be a big season. Hopefully it is. Shawnee was gonna be Joe's loved one visit. That'd be fun. Actually, are we not getting loved ones, by the way? Because like, unless it's in the finale, but like, they definitely would have promoted that, right? For this next episode. Am I excited for Challenge 42? Not really, to be honest. I really don't care. I think I'll watch it. But I'm not like I generally haven't thought about it. Does Canada Rivera still want to play again? Yeah, obviously. I forgot how much the clip I downloaded.
One for each tribe.
And then hasn't Jeff said that after Game Changers that he promised that you would
I don't think I got the full thing.
Yes, he did. I'm still waiting. Still waiting, Jeff.
Yeah, there we go.
Times are ticking.
So you said they didn't even call you for 50 at all.
Mm-mm.
Is Rizzo gonna name his child Riz Child? Hopefully not. She's taking out 54. Who is this? Chanel. I think it's funny that you even think she would even be thought about for a second for 54. Oh, wait, you found the 3 winners clip? Okay. Wait, I can play. Yeah, I can play this. Okay.
Jeff knows who he's bringing. He doesn't want to bring anybody that's whack as hell on 49
Oh, this is not why this thing.
to play against these people that have a lot of chip on their shoulders. A lot of them need redemption. Here's another shot at that $1 million that keeps eluding.
Can I? Oh, you can. Okay, there. I was thinking this is the Stephanie.
The universe knew.
Ken Rivera's never playing Survivor again. At this point, probably not. Yeah, Don Bate was called for 50. Got cut last second, supposedly. Not like he got cut 3 weeks before they flew out. I would assume like he was cut around Mother's Day if I were to guess. Oh, is the Steph Cliff in there? Okay. I'll look it up later and get it. Which can we talk about that yet? I guess it's like we're at the end. It's like it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, Jared. There's like a minor spoiler alert for 50. Like not really. Like it doesn't really matter anymore because we're at the end of the season anyway. And like even actually, yeah, either way, they would fly out the loved ones for Final 7, right? Like if the family visit is at like Final 6 or something, like in the finale, it's like they would still fly out everybody because like it's so close they would have to fly out everybody. So wait, what was this? Is this just cool? Thank God someone made a fan cam. But yeah, Jared Fields posted on Twitter during 50's filming that I'm so disappointed that I can't go on the loved one, that my brother's going on the family visit and not me or something like that. Which at the time we were like, oh, did he just spoil that Suri like made it to the loved one visit? But it's like now it's like is there even a loved one visit? I'm not gonna fucking watch the full. I'm not gonna fucking play, especially with like licensed music and everything. I remember hearing Jared wasn't going, so I thought Suri's guaranteed pre-jury. No, it was a different. It was yeah, he was saying that my brother, yeah, is going, not me. That's a very Jared thing to do. But again, there's no way they're gonna fly out the loved ones just to cut them. Especially because if the loved ones are flown out, like that would 100% be a Fiji Airlines thing that like Fiji Airlines paid for it, in that like they would have to like sponsor Fiji Air, like they have to show it on the show and everything. Like there's no way they would do like film it to just not post it. But yeah, again, like it's at the point where like, yeah, but did he just troll? Like, is that just not a thing? There's an RHP that Jared told him that his brother was going instead of him because interesting. So he referred to like Beast, like yeah, because Jared was on Beast Games at the time, or was going to be on Beast Games. Yeah, I forgot about. So yeah, like Jesse and Jared would have interacted, right? Yeah, Jared did it just so he can be in my 50 spoiler video. That's clearly what happened. He's really wanted to be in that video. He's in the 50 Rumo video. He's in part 2. So that's something. Izzy flew out. That would be cool. Today's the most fun day of the 50 spoiler video. It is a very funny day. I don't know if it's the most fun day, but it's definitely up there. Spoiler video is gonna be fun. I don't know. Again, I generally don't know when it will actually come out, when I'll actually make it. but it will be very fun to put together. It's just like a complete, like it's like it still will never beat the casting room reveal because like I was like much more personally involved in that, but like this is a very funny, like it's turning into like a funny train wreck. Was the dragons? Did you see this tweet about me? No, I didn't. And I don't know if I want to see it. Was they really that crazy? It was a funny day where spoil like the most prominent spoiler is wrong. At this point, which is funny because they were just proven right. I guess they were whatever. It's a fucking mess. But yeah, we'll talk more in depthly in like 15 minutes. No, not the Ozzy was winning. It wasn't about the winner. It was about the exact boot order. Yeah, I already know about that. But again, that was kind of the intention. Is there a solid source left that's correct? Kind of, yes. But yeah, the boots this episode were wrong. The entire well, really the entire boot list from this person, from the main person up to this point, has been correct. But the thing is, like, up to like a week ago, there was like a lot of doubt on like whether like the end was correct until like all of a sudden other sources came out and said, oh no, the end is correct. And then it was like last stream we were like, fuck, I guess it's over. Like we know who wins now. And then now this stream, it's like, oh, well, they were wrong about this episode, which like doesn't mean they're wrong about the end, but like they were wrong about this episode and like very wrong. So that's very funny to me. No, I think we still know the winner, but it's like because like there's other sources now. It's not just the one source. There's like 4 different sources that say the winner. No, don't talk about the spoilers yet. I was saying like 13 minutes. I think at 1:30 we'll do spoilers. Yeah, I'll talk about the context of spoilers, but I won't talk about the actual spoilers themselves. But yeah, like the winner is still probably known, but not because of the main source anymore, because the main source is like kind of wrong now. But there's like, yeah, 3 other sources that are saying it. Most reliable source, not actually a spoiler. Kind of. I think. Whatever. Should we start? It's so early though. That's kind of the issue. Like we're not even an hour and a half in the stream. I hope Rizzo goes. Oh, wow, you want to fucking meet Rizzo? Why would you want to do that? He ruined the season. Would he go to this? It's like a random. Is Rizzo in? Well, I guess this is a finale week, right? Yeah, it's the day after the finale. I guess it's possible. Yeah, I think in like 2 minutes then I'll do it. We'll start spoilers. Or meet Rizzo over J Maya. How dare you? What do you think of the episode? I thought it was a good episode. It was fun. Need to go to J Maya concert? I definitely do. I need to meet her in person. Because I'm a simp, I guess. Yeah, I thought it was a good episode. I don't love the twist. Or, like, I actually do really like the twist. Like, generally, I don't like it happening now. I don't like it at Final 9. I do think the twist in general is kind of fun. If it were to happen, like, earlier in the season. How do Rizzo ruin 50? For existing. But no, generally it's in reference to the fact that he made a really fucking stupid move. And now puts Cere's game in danger. Does J-Maya actually make good music? I like J-Maya's music. Genuinely. like the reason it became a joke is because I actually do like her music to begin with, and that led to it becoming a joke. But like, yeah, I do genuinely like her music. I don't like Leroy. I would never want to meet Leroy in real life. The same way I want to fucking meet Rizzo in real life. Where is she? Actually, I didn't even look up that. Yeah, like where is she actually going to on her tour? Yeah, I knew that she was the opening act for that other person. So he couldn't just be a good little minion and or we're talking about Rizzo. Yeah, Rizzo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rizzo can't just. Why can't you just let Suri win? Why are you trying? Stop trying. Rizzo would actually beat my ass. Maybe? I don't know. I think it's like I think we're probably fairly even. Yeah, if you were to go like almost any other guy on this cast, like they'd probably beat me. But like Rizzo, I think we're fairly equal. Generally, I wonder like who would win in a fist fight between me and Charlie, or not Charlie, fuck me, Christian. I mean, I think Charlie might actually beat me. Like Charlie's like really athletic, isn't he? Like he runs marathons and everything. Christian though, I'm like, I don't know, that's close. Like I think it can go either way. Like Rizzo's also like very clumsy and everything. It's like I don't know, I think they can go either way. Almost every other guy, it's like yeah, they're definitely beating me. Tallest Christian? I don't know actually. I would guess like around my height, like 5'10", 5'11" ish. I mean, well, the thing is, Mike White's ripped now. If it was pre Mike White being ripped, I'd be like, I think I have a shot. Modern Mike White though, I'm pretty fucked. Majors Canada 12, sticking to major Canadian cities. Well, that's something. Thank you, Darksnake, for resub. Yeah, versus Jonathan. Obviously, I win. That's undeniable. Yeah, we'll start the spoiler section in a second. I'll open this tweet first, though. I mean, the insider trading, I think, is more so from the press side of things. I think most of the Kalshi bets are just people looking at spoilers. I think the insider trading part of it is more so the press. Sure. I mean, yeah, again, sure. Why not? I could beat off Joe. That is definitely a thing I could do. Alright, that didn't oh fuck, I don't have the remote video open though. These people that didn't get to the spoiler section of last stream didn't see that. Yeah, like it's I think that might be my favorite thing in the remote video at this point. It's certainly up there. But yeah, I don't have it open. But again, I made use of should I even say that? But I made use of the Joe coming on me clip. Generally that's more for like that'll be in the 50 review for sure. Like in the remote video, it's like it's there, but it's not like in its full form. The full form is gonna be in the 50 review. Because that'll be the Joe is coming on me. Like this was a different coming on me. This is a different come entirely. By the way, I did make a clip from Dwight's stream that I found funny. I think I have it downloaded. Actually, I know I have it downloaded. It's just a matter of where. I think it's in the unused stuff, right? Yeah, this might be for the... I'll probably like find a way to use this in the 50 review. It won't be in the remote video, but it'll probably be in the 50 review.
Or you love the cuck.
Actually, I can use this for Mr. Beast. I just realized that's a Mr. Beast clip. What are we talking about? was the clip? It's Dynamic Joe. I'll just get my stream stable out. It's this one, right?
Dr. Joe kept coming on me.
Oh, yeah, okay, I can't play it again. But anyway, it's me using that clip in weird ways. His days were could last stream without a sexual joke. Again, that's what the rumor video has done to me. But yeah, all right. We'll start the spoiler talk. I don't feel like typing all that out. RTV spoiler talk. And can my key work? There we go. Let's see. I'm 31 somehow now, which is insane. Which again, obviously, I'm very mature. If you can't tell. Again, you'll see through my rumor video. I am a very mature 31. Yeah, what was this? Was it Like a Dragon? Cool. All right. Potential ad. That was the spoiler section. Yeah. Again, I still think it's Aubrey, but funny that we're getting some debate again. I would love it if Sri could still win. It's definitely not happening. Like I feel like if this was a spot where like somehow, like I was holding out hope for this episode, genuinely. Like when this episode, when because they also got the split tribal like aspect of it was also spoiled wrong. So like once we got to split tribal, it was like, oh wait, Devins and Sri are together. I was like, hopefully, like just everything's wrong. But then like once Ozzy goes, and then like Aubrey gets the insane edit she got this episode, I'm like, okay, it's fucking over. But like, hopefully, like I mean, I don't know. I was hoping not. Would have been cool. Is it Jonathan Joe or Joe Rizzo? Yeah, that's the thing at this point. Like, that's definitely up in the air. Like, really at this point, I think the only thing we know for sure is that Aubrey wins and likely against Jonathan. Outside that, I don't think it's like 100% locked in. Considering just how many like, because like OK line is wrong. And then, like, the other spoilers are kind of... Okay, what was... Are, like, not really... Like, there's not many, like, finalist spoilers outside that, right? Is this what I'm meant to do? I was not paying attention to what I was meant to do. But, like, still, like, Survivor's given up and said, yeah, Aubrey wins. The other one, Sergeant Knight gave up and said Aubrey wins. There's been like other spoilers from like a while back that still are like consistent. Yeah, Robot said Aubrey wins and got the final four correct. So it's like it's still over, but it's like interesting to see how it ends up being that way. We're getting 2 winners from Co Wrong in 2026. Yeah, kind of funny. I don't know if this is actually what I'm meant to be doing. This could be possible with third place based on the edit. Again, like generally edit wise, like Joe, like I don't know if he feels like a finalist. Like he would definitely lose if he gets to the end, but like it feels like his edit is like too negative to be a finalist. Or like I feel like recently they haven't like been intentionally giving people that shit of an edit. We've kind of gone 3 if Sydney locked it up on Beast Games. That was never happening though, but yeah, sure. I think Rizzo makes sense as a fire-making loser, too, though. But yeah, it's like Rizzo being a losing finalist is also very possible. I mean, I don't think people would vote out. I think in this world, Joe's like the fire-making loser, I guess, right? But like, also would Joe lose a fire-making challenge, especially against Rizzo? Yeah, the thing is, like, also just like Rizzo just makes so much sense to lose fire, right? Like, if Rizzo's in fire, he's 1,000,000,000% losing. Like, if he's losing against Savannah, you would think he's gonna lose against Joe, who's like supposedly like this incredible fire maker. Then even Jonathan like made a fire way quicker than like both Rizzo and Savannah last time, right? So what happens is that Joe probably is just shut out. Gets Troy's hand. Yeah, probably. Like, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know who's taking Joe seriously. Also, very funny, these spoilers about Stephanie and Joe, because like that was the thing. Like right after season finish, like fish filming, we were like, there were like the posts about how much like Stephanie loves Joe, and then like now, okay, why is the game so loud? What the fuck? This is loud for me. I'll just turn it down here and then. I guess we'll do that. I don't know, whatever. Can Joe make fire faster and Lauren can rig a rock draw? No one can rig something as fast as Lauren rigs a rock draw. Devins gets so fast. Yeah, that is also, again, like, obviously, not trying to shame Rick Devins. But also, yeah, like, there's a chance Devins is like, what, like, 5th place? Like, that was obviously a rumor that was out there that Devins gets 5th place. They're like, if that's the case, then like, yeah, I mean, really, like, let's say in a lot Ponderosa then. I think like edit wise, I would say Devins is out next episode. Like that would definitely be the read I got, especially from the next time on, where there wasn't that much focus on Devins. So like it feels like a spot where we're gonna get set up of this like Cherie Aubrey rivalry that like pays off in the finale, but like it ultimately ends up being like an obvious Devins vote. Yeah, yeah, he put on a lot of weight. We should all intentionally coat for Cherie win. Yeah. I think that's the thing that's gonna be most annoying is like that like SFN is gonna be correct. And like all those sort of people. Why is Cerise and Aubrey's past not been brought up at all? Generally don't know. I think that's bizarre for both of them. Or like, yeah, if we are meant to believe that this is like, that Cherie is going to be like the final boss for Aubrey or whatever. It's like, it is weird that they didn't even bother like really setting them up. Oh, I didn't even see SFN's post from today. Really doesn't look that different from now. I don't know. Maybe it's like the angle? I don't know. I think he does to me, but like maybe it's just the angle of it. There'd be Christian Hallbrawl. I think it depends on how big Christian is. Like how tall is Christian? Like I would lean yes, but not fat. Just like seems like he gained weight in Ponderosa. They seen the Stranger in Heaven trailer? I did not actually. What was scary? Caleb. Oh, Caleb. Co-wrong. Medevac. I think Olivia getting golf ball. Especially because that was so bloody and everything. Like Caleb getting medevac is like, whatever. Like dehydration, cool. um, being Rizzo and Hallbrawl. Rizzo's tall. So I don't know. I feel like Rizzo could like sneak by me. I feel like that could be an issue with Rizzo. I think if it was like a forced like head-on-head collision, I think there's a chance I win. But like I think there's definitely a chance that like Rizzo is like able to like just like sneak past me. Zach Nichols definitely beats me in a whole brawl. Like Zach Nichols is like 6'4" or something, isn't he? Like I think anyone my height, I should say anybody, like anyone at my height that isn't like massive, that isn't like a David Kinney or anything. Like I feel like there's at least a chance in a hall brawl. But like people that are like taller than me, it's like at that point it's like already like I'm at the disadvantage. Like I'm probably not winning that. Rick filmed the mukbang in Ponderosa, maybe. Like Rick Devens. Like I feel like Rick Devens would probably beat me. I don't know how tall Rick Devens is, but like I assume he's like 5'11"-ish. Like I assume we're around the same height. I think he'd probably beat me. I would beat Carson. I feel like I feel fairly confident in that. I think I'd beat Anissa. I think Suri is obviously next boot. I don't think Suri is the next boot. But it's not impossible. But yeah, like Stephanie is having a watch party. So like I mean, take that for what you will, I guess. Rick ate Mr. Beast. I would love to eat Mr. Beast. That's everyone's favorite thing to do. Speaking of that, I never tried Feastables. Are Feastables actually good? I heard they're actually like decent. Keep coping on Sri win. No, I feel pretty confident it's Aubrey at this point, but like again, I hope Sri can win, but it's not gonna happen. They're okay, yeah. Where do I think Tiff goes? I think Tiff goes next episode. I think Tiff for Dev. Oh, I think Tiff for Devins. I think Tiff. I think actually, if Devins is 5th, I would say Tiff is next. I could definitely see it being Tiff next, then Suri, then Devins, and then like Rizzo, whatever. Yeah, like Tiffany making finale doesn't feel right to me. Actually, now I'm thinking about more. I think actually I do think that's the world I'm like leaning to. Is Tiffany then Suri then Devins. But yeah, I could definitely see Devins being out though, for sure. Like I would be surprised if it's Suri at this rate. I just feel like Devins and Tiffany feel like much bigger like options there. I think you can go either way with Rick, just because like I think he could be like the Christian Hubicki of the guy who goes out like right before the finale, or he could be like a finale boot. I think based on Modern Survivor, I feel like they typically like giving like pretty good edits to people that make the finale. But like, actually, I guess Christina got like a smaller edit, but like she got like good like she was at least portrayed positively within that, right? Or like Tiffany's just kind of there. Yeah, I guess Liz didn't get the greatest edit. So do I have to still wait? Let me see. Devin Suri file 2. I would assume Suri. When tournament captains. Okay. Like I would assume that Suri just wins against anybody. Julie Edrick's just a bitter bitch? No. Why? Oh, like, where did that come from? Like, I've not thought about Julia from Edge of Extinction, like, in forever. She would have lost to Ozzy's god tier jury management. That is obviously the case. Like, Aubrey definitely votes Ozzy. Like, that's undeniable. Will Sri land top 3 player ranking? 50 player ranking or player of all time are we talking about? 50 player ranking, yes. Player of all time? No. Yeah, like 50 player ranking, it's like... I think she's still on pace to be number 1. Like, it depends on how exactly she goes out, but like... It's very possible she's number 1. Fuck Julie for making up lies about joining. What the fuck are we talking about? That's Emma's plan. I thought it was fun. Like, I think she did the best she could in that spot. I mean, I guess not the best. Like, I mean, like, best. Like, I don't know, it was like an effective plan that, like, if it wasn't for Ceri's extra vote and like her facing against Ceri in particular, it may have worked. Like, it seemed like it worked on Tiffany and Jonathan at least. Like, I ultimately do think that, like, based on the way Ceri was talking about it, I think if it was not for the fact she had an extra vote, I do think they probably would have just gone the safe route and voted for Emily anyway. But you never know. So we're like, yeah, it seemed like it was working at a point at least. Who has the highest chance to return again after 50? Probably Q. I would say Q and Christian. Probably Q, though. Go for bad for Ozzy? Yeah. And generally, I thought that was, like, a great, like, but also, like, sad moment, obviously. Like, him being, like, him on his way out. And how dejected he was. Like, generally, I think that was one of my favorite moments of the entire season. Was Ozzy spoiled to be in a Joe Ozzy Ceri Final 3? That was one of the, yeah. Which is clearly not the case anymore. There was a Ceri Jonathan Joe Final 3 spoiler, though, so keep hope alive. Rick Devens has a higher chance. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Devens also has a very good chance, too. Yeah, generally, I think this season, like, really cements Devens as, like a modern, like, legend of the show. Even though, like, again, like, is he the greatest player in the world? Not really, but, like, at least from a, like character standpoint, whatever, like, I do think he is going to be, like, a commonly talked about, like, player you want to be the most like and that sort of thing. Jonathan's, like, possible. I wouldn't say Jonathan's, like, a lock to come back following this. But, like, I would say he's, like... Yeah, it's like he's a viable returnee. But, like, I think he's, like, probably on, like, a similar level to, like a Charlie. Devin's top 100. I don't know. I generally don't know who top 100 actually is. He's probably close-ish. I think he's definitely like top like 150. First gonna be the Tucker Survivor, probably, yeah. Again, this is how you should play the game. Can't wait for Jonathan to be top 70. Yeah, that's probably happening at this point. Oh, is there a secret scene in this episode? Which I assume there would be. Based on how the episode was edited and how, like, we got, like, pretty much like most of the day cut out of like the first day of the episode. Let's see, what was this? Oh, it's not even from the, it's from the fucking twist.
The fact that I won individual.
Oh, thank
immunity
God,
in
Jonathan
season
content.
50, it's such a pivotal time of the game. I'm so thankful.
Does this
I
mean
won this.
Jonathan's not winning?
This changed my game. For example, I'm getting to go to both tribal and vote at each.
Why'd they make the
tribal.
Aubrey
It's a
scene a
win-win.
secret scene, by the way?
Well, at least we got some food.
Everyone's in the scene, no one wins. That is the case. Yeah, look at that. Cerie's in the scene. How dare they?
Gonna make that rice or what?
We cooking the rice.
I got people that want to pull me this way, want to pull me that way. I'm making new alliances, but with this group of people, nothing's gonna be easy.
Oh my god, this rice looks great.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
think
of course.
Jonathan's eating.
Energize you for your walk back over to the other chaos camp.
Why was this almost on the show?
So I've walked back and forth probably about 8 times.
I think that's the more
It's a
disturbing
lot,
part of this.
but I think it's worth it.
Bro, we're out of rice. Sorry. We're gonna have to hit the next camp.
Oh, next camp?
Yeah, we're out of rice, so, you know.
Bro, I already had some.
Oh, I bet you. You double dipping?
Shoot, I deserve it after this much walking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good lord.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah, Jeff might win.
There's Beth, yeah.
Mr. Beast isn't in this scene either.
Hey, hey.
Yeah, why was this almost on the show? Generally, that's more disturbing to me. The fact that they bothered editing this scene.
Wow, he does know how to cook rice.
There you go. Aubrey, do you have a?
The good
Dude,
part is,
what
I'm
what is
refueling
this?
every stop when I go. I
Wait,
get coconuts that
I
Ozzy
even look
found,
at Aubrey
more
eating.
rice, then I come over here, get more rice, talk for a second, then go back over there.
I'll be back, guys.
All right.
That was a good meal, thank you.
You got it, man.
Gonna go eat some of
For
their
your
rice.
bag or your good bag's good here?
I'll leave it here.
You know what's frustrating?
What's that?
Jonathan getting his 2 servings of rice, not even trying to pretend like,
Yeah.
hey, no, it's okay. You know, he just comes in.
King of the
Negative
world.
Eats it all
Jonathan
and goes back.
content?
King of the world. Let's vote him out.
If I could.
I'm taking a little rice from each pot when I come, and eventually, like, I'm actually okay right now.
Why was this 2.5 minutes?
I go,
Like,
I
generally,
get
this
coconut-
isn't like an awful scene on paper. It's just like, why is this 2.5 minutes? Like, if this was like a 1-minute scene, like, it's fine. That's a like okay character moment for Jonathan.
Nuts that Ozzy
But like,
found.
why is this a 2.5-minute scene? Wait, where was Aubrey eating?
Wow.
Oh, here.
Wow,
Did I
he
pass
does know
it?
how to cook rice. Wow, he does know how to cook
Thank
rice.
God we got the shot. I was disappointed I didn't get that into the Rumo video. That Liz saying, "I see you eat every day." It's easy to get dragged upon tribal. Wouldn't be shocking. I obviously like would expect it. This is the classic Mitch 48 scene of him talking about being a mailman. Actually, I forgot about that. Why did Mitch get that content? As I've seen when you get 50 mini kits in your Lego game. Sure. Was this called for 50? No. She confirmed she wasn't. Which is disappointing. I would love to see her back. Casting won multiple eliminations. I forgot. Did we know of most of the eliminations by now, right? Wait, I'm meeting with someone named Tucker? Oh no. Hopefully it's not the same Tucker that ruined Big Brother. Or once said there's no reason for Aubrey to be someone's least favorite player ever. Now, yeah. I mean, she did ruin Survivor by winning Survivor 50, so. Oh, genuinely, that disturbed me. That was like, yeah, the scene of Jonathan, like, yeah, saying make the Phoenix dance or whatever and doing that. Yeah, that bothered me. I would rather see Jonathan eating rice than that on the show. Queen of Mailmen? What was that in reference to? Joe's fire-making loser scenarios are... I don't actually think Joe's fire-making loser. Like, I'd be pretty mind-blown if Joe loses a fire-making challenge. But yeah, I think it would have to be a spot where... Because, like, Rizzo just auto-loses any fire-making challenge, right? Like, Rizzo's not winning a fire-making challenge, especially against Jonathan and Joe. And Aubrey, who's won a fire-making challenge before, too. So it's like... Jonathan walking for 5 minutes straight on the beach. We need this content. We need to see him walking back and forth. That's how we have proof that this twist is very effective, because it made Jonathan walk back and forth. Episode thoughts? Oh, that was a good episode. Yeah, don't love the twist being in the game so late. Also very disappointed that Jonathan was the person in the power position of it all, but like in general, I thought it was a fun episode. Yeah. I think it's been what two pretty good episodes in a row. Nah. For 50. Like Christian episode was pretty bad. Yeah, genuinely it's been okay. And even like the Tide Destinies episode was pretty decent. So like it's been like okay. Like obviously, is it peak Survivor? Is it like what I ideally want from Survivor? No. But and it's been fine. I mean, like, they know who won. But they haven't, like, officially read the votes. Like, I'm pretty sure they're doing that at the live reunion. Link 50 will be bottom half season? Probably not. I think it'll probably be, like, if it is, like, barely, I think it'll be, like, in the middle. Like, not, obviously, like, fully ranking everything, but just by gut, I would say this season probably is, like 22 or something. Like, somewhere in, like, that range. Yeah, I'd say it's below 46. I would say it's below... Yeah, if we're just ranking the New Era seasons, I would say 45, 46, 47 are all above. 41 is probably above. And then I would say that's probably around where 50 is. '50 versus Cambodia? I think Cambodia is better. Yeah, I think Cambodia is better. Like, of the returnee seasons, I think this is better than Game Changers. It's better than All Stars. I think it's worse than the rest. I like 41. Like, yeah. I rewatched 41 not that long ago. I still fucking like 41. I actually like 41 more on the rewatch. 41 feels like it's like weird because like it's obviously New Era, but it also still kind of feels old era-y. Like, it feels like new, like, it's obviously New Era, like, the New Era shtick of, like, the, like, 3 tribes, obviously you have the Hourglass, Do or Die, like, all this other shit. But casting-wise, it still feels, like, very, like, old era-y, and gameplay-wise, it feels very old era-y. Like, it feels like a late 30s season from a gameplay perspective. Or, like, you still have, like, live tribals and like, again, still the Sydney Boot's probably one of the best tribals of the New Era. Because, like, once we get to 42, that's when it starts to feel, like, very, like, watered down. Like, 42 just feels like, okay, this is, like, it feels, like, very, like, Big Brother-esque in 42, where it's like, okay, all the strong people get together, and it's like, I don't know. Like, gameplay-wise, just wasn't a particularly interesting season. But 41 is, like, a very interesting gameplay season. Heather carries 41, obviously.
Sir, I have Captain Majima here for you.
Totally not spoiled Twitter user was this. Aubrey's getting a winner's edit and has been since the beginning, obviously.
Hold on.
Is 20 gonna have returnees? I would lean on no, but it's not impossible.
Yes, you certainly did.
Well, I think if it does, it'll at most be like 4. Like, it definitely won't be a full returnee season, or like half and half or something, but like, there's a chance there's like a few token returnees.
This a joke?
Who do I like more, Sleeping Bear or Anissa? Anissa. Or like at least Anissa is like affable enough on the show. Like Bear also is a shitty person on the show. Like I don't like Anissa for things outside the show, and also the fact that she's like fucking boring as shit nowadays. But like she's not, I don't know, like on the show at least she's not like a horrible human being. Dang, Steam Bear's probably done worse. Or at least done equally bad. Or they just didn't reveal the results of whether or not the I mean, they could do that, but they would still film, like, that would still be filming it in America. Like, they could do that. Does Shanga still say 42 is the best season? I don't know if she says the best season, but she still really likes 42, right? Like, Shangus is so fucking weird because, like, she's... Like... I really don't understand, like, because Shangus is like so biased for 42 and like Omer, Marianne, and that sort of thing. Which, like, obviously she's friends with Marianne, like obviously it makes sense in that light. But like, it's funny how like she tries to justify it from like as if she's not biased. Or like she generally talks about Marianne as like one of the best winners of Survivor, which is like very opposed to just how she naturally talks about Survivor. Why is Stephanie doing Watch Party 3? Like, why does Stephanie do anything? I don't know if I want to get into the mind of Stephanie.
What now? A secret lair?
I mean, yeah, obviously it's obvious that's the case with Shannon. But like, it is like funny, just like how gameplay focused she can be, and then like when it's about somebody that she knows, she's like turns off that, but then pretends like she is still like talking that way. But it's the same thing as like Haley also.
Tucker went further in.
Like Haley Leakoff is here.
Kind of secret hideout back there? You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Whether he is or not, let's keep going. The three of us.
Why was Stephanie chosen for 50? Do people actually like her? I mean, at the time, yeah. At the time, she was like probably one of the most popular Survivor players ever.
Be careful.
Like, I believe she had higher approval ratings than Rupert.
Don't touch it. Oh, you're thinking it'll trigger some sort of trap?
Like Stephanie was like such a fan favorite at the time.
Oh, this has got me feeling
like obviously it's been a while, and like it's not like, I don't know if that's really stood the test of time, but like I get why they would pick her. Yeah, for me, like, if this wasn't Survivor 50 and like wasn't like meant to celebrate the history of the series, like I would not have cast Stephanie in a spot. But like if you are trying to get some like older school legends of the game, it's like I get why she's there. I still think it's Aubrey, but it is funny that spoilers were wrong this week. Her dad was a mailman. I don't know if you know that. Have high expectations for 28? I never have high expectations for Big Brother. I hope it's good. Like, obviously, we have had good seasons. But, like, also, I would never actually expect a good season from Big Brother. Did Joe even talk to Joe? Or did Aubrey even talk to Joe's episode? There was, like, one scene. Yeah, when like Aubrey told Joe about like what Ozzy was saying, but like it wasn't like really like it wasn't like super focused on. It's kind of like just part of the montage for like telling people, right? God damn it! I'm definitely more excited for Big Brother now than what I was like in the lead up to like maybe 23 or something like that. or like 20. Actually, what was the low point? I guess like probably coming to 26. I guess because like 25 ended up being kind of bad by the end. I think Hank does it because their MAGA is really stupid. I don't. I think negative, like I think like trying to talk about it from like an unbiased perspective is dumb, but like I think hating them because of what they believe is not dumb.
What the? It's a trap. We'll
But I
take
think
care of
like
this, Captain. You go
it also
ahead.
should be noted that
We'll
yeah,
meet
I
up
don't
with you.
like them because of this. Like it's obviously like a thing that's like it's clearly like a biased perspective, but I think it's fine to have that bias.
Dead end. That don't seem right. Gotta be some trick to this. That's looking mighty suspicious.
Listen, everyone being allowed to vote in the revote, I think it's weird, but I get it, but like it's weird. Like I think they shouldn't have. Is Aubrey getting the winning edit? Mitch could have probably, generally, yeah. I guess this is like, yeah, this is as if like, actually, really, it kind of is, yeah. It's like a spot where like, yeah, because like Aubrey's not really making a move, but it's like as if like she's getting the content as if she is, right? So yeah, I guess this is like Mitch if Mitch was edited like well by the end. I just think like there's no way Suri was getting that back. Like Ozzy, I think was at least like okay, maybe there's a chance, like a modicum of a chance, but like there was no fucking way Suri was getting that back. Will Aubrey be purple? She wins. No, I'd probably still move her down as of right now. And we'll see if her game gets better. You would hope it does, but as of right now, her game's pretty bad. SPV is second person visibility. So it's like, it's an EDGIC term that's like, essentially it's content from other people talking about you. So like, it's like content from like other people talking about Aubrey. I mean, she's still dark blue, but she's definitely not purple. Like, she still has like a pretty good Ko-Rong game. She still has made it deep 3 times out of 4 appearances. It's still like a good enough track record to be dark blue, but like definitely not purple. Okay, cool. Where's Aubrey in the winner ranking? Last? Not last. Above Chris? Outside that, it's not looking good. I mean, maybe above Bob. Probably, like, I guess, like, maybe above, like, Fabio. At that point, it's looking rough. She does, that is the case. She does have a 100% track record of making finale. That is insane. Right now, Rizzo's number 2 on the play ranking. We'll see if Aubrey's really good at the end. Or generally Jonathan probably won the. I don't know. It depends on how Rizzo goes out too. I guess if he is out at 4 and all that, then yeah, probably could be number 1 by the end for all we know. Like if Rizzo like is the reason why like Suri loses the game, then like there's a chance he's number 1, which would be funny. It'd be funny if Michelle's above Aubrey in the winner ranking. Yeah, Michelle's not one that like probably Aubrey might be like slightly above right now, but like depends. Very possible she's below. Okay, I'm about to die. That barely gave me anything. I would vote for MAGA to win if they played a great game but destroyed the fuck out of me. depends. Contextual. Like, I think it's very, like, contextual. A show is at least in a 4-3-2 vote. Like, I guess? I mean, like, I don't know. Like, is that, like, that impressive to be in that? But I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Actually, was she in a 4-3-2 vote twice? I didn't even think about that. She actually's done that twice, hasn't she? Like in Ko-Rong and Winners at War. That's kind of insane. Is she the? I wonder if she's the only person to be in a 4-3-2 vote twice. What was the best era of Survivor? What are we considering eras? I don't know if there's really like a yeah, like how long of a stretch are we considering an era? Best is 50 because Aubrey won, obviously. Because like I don't think there's been a single stretch of like 10 seasons that has been like entirely great. I would say closest is probably like, let's see, if you do, no, even then it's kind of fucked. Like, what is the best stretch of 10 seasons? Is it like, what, like Blood versus, no. I think that's like, but like that, I think Blood versus Water, Kakian, One of the Sir, Worlds Apart, Cambodia, Ko-Rong, Millennium X. That's probably like, that's a pretty good stretch. Then it's like, Game Changers is pretty bad. HHH is okay. Ghost Island's pretty bad. There's Goliath. So like after that it becomes like fairly inconsistent. So like I think to make it like a 10 season stretch is a bit rough, but I think that stretch is probably like my personal favorite stretch of the show. Oh, I'm dumb on seasons. But yeah, yeah, the late teens is pretty good. Like I don't like Gabon as much as most people, or like as much as like some people. I guess I'll use I don't know if I include, like, I like 21, 22 more than most people, but I still wouldn't include that as like the peak of Survivor. I'm fighting Karen Armstrong. $7 to 16. It's pretty good. Like obviously, I don't like All Stars. I don't like Cook Islands that much. Fiji's kind of mid. But yeah, it's pretty good though. There's a lot of like top tier seasons there. Yeah, I think I would go Philippines. Like, if I were to pick a favorite 10 season stretch, it probably would be Philippines. Whatever, like, was it Game Changers? I guess. Obviously, it doesn't end good, but like, I think that'd probably be the stretch that I would personally pick. $21 might be in your top 15. Yeah, that's kind of high. But you do.
This ain't good.
Can I give a detailed timeline of the Galaxy thing? What was the first thing I saw? I know like Emily was the first. I think, yeah, it was like Emily going up. And okay, fuck me. Yeah, it was like Suri was going down, Emily was going up. It's like that was the first thing I saw, and then like eventually like Ozzy went up a lot too. But when I saw the Ozzy thing going up, I was thinking, okay, maybe there is like merit to the Ozzy medevac spoilers. But by the time we got to the episode, I was like, okay, yeah, they're obviously like dunking on Ozzy, and like clearly Ozzy's going out. Does Emily want to play again? I would assume not, but I assume it's a spot where like who knows, because she'll probably change her mind like a billion times anyway. I don't know if you know this, but Emily's indecisive. That's proof by the fact that she got married. That just proves she's indecisive. She's even happy in her accent? Yeah, but I think it's a spot where, like, you would think she's content. Like, that was kind of the way that she was, like, after her first appearance. Was that, like, I don't think she, like, had this, like, desire to play again. But, like, she, like, I think if, like, they were to go and ask her, she probably would end up saying yes. Oh, you finished your Survivor rewatch? What season were you on last time? I should probably use...
Ow! Turn into scrap metal!
I mean, Jeff always loved Emily. Like, he called her his favorite New Era player at the time of 45. I'll use...
That thing's gotta have a weak spot somewhere.
Let's say Rev Island's a bigger steamroll. Just it's like there's at least like a modicum of a chance that Derek would lose like towards the end. I guess you could kind of say that Boss Rob would lose the jury vote, but like Boss Rob was like getting to the end though, pretty much no matter what in that season. At least you could save like BB16, like the Frankie like rewind week and all that. It's like a bit questionable. Watched 41 to 47, then went back and rewatched 1 through... Okay, yeah, you watched through Winners of War. Generally, I would actually like to rewatch 48.
That thing's gotta have a weak spot
Because I think it'll be funny if I actually like it on the rewatch now. Oh, by the way, I did decide on the title of episode... Or part 3 of my... of my remote video. Because that was the only one I was still like that was up for debate. I ended up naming it Survivor 48 is so fried.
We're probably right
Which
on
I wonder what the fried part is in reference to. Worst move, Ozzy or Andy? Probably Ozzy. I don't think like Andy's like it. Like the show and like it depends on like maybe with Ozzy's it'll be like in reality it wasn't as bad as it seemed, but with Andy's it was like Andy didn't even like Andy told all that to Rachel, and then Rachel still didn't want to target Andy. It was only Sue that like that wanted Andy out. Oh yeah, I haven't talked about this. Yeah, we're watching Avery's World. I'll be honest, I don't think I like the season that much. Yeah, it's like I think the first couple episodes are pretty good. I think the season kind of dies though. And like I think the first episode's still fantastic. Like it's incredible first episode. Second episode's very good. Episode 3 is like fine. Like it's okay. Episode 4 is like kind of a drag. Not the worst in the world, but like it's not great. Episode 5, like the last one I've watched, like that was rough on the rewatch. I'm like, this season kind of sucks now. Yeah, it's like I liked it at the time, but like on the rewatch, it's just not really hitting. Sexist poverty hater, yeah, that's obviously the case. Shawnee made a 3-2-1 move. Where we talking about? As far as these, though, I think die at the merge. Redemption Island, kind of? Yeah, pretty much, right? What other scenes are great in the pre-merge, bad post-merge? Ghost Island? IOI? What else is there? Game Changers. Yeah, but not in the same way. I don't know if it dies in the post-merge. Because like it's not like the post-merge game is boring.
To your 20. That check out? I mean, it makes sense if the info in the journal's accurate.
Yeah, I'm debating if like is it the same thing? I think it's I guess like to a degree, but like it's on the like in terms of like an overall enjoyment perspective, it probably is, but I don't think it is in terms of like the quality of the rounds of gameplay. One World, I think One World just sucks the entire time. Like One World's like a season that like it's never actually good. Like there's like fun moments here and there, but like the entirety of the season's kind of bad. Yeah, Australia, but things I don't even like the first half that much to make it that. But like, yeah, I could get why people would say Australia. It's probably the worst pre-merge ever. I felt like it was when I watched it the first time. We'll see on the rewatch in a few months, maybe. Average the World has grade A beef. It does. That is the case. That did make the Rumo video a couple times. Probably saying grade A. Not revenge again. Flashback. Yeah. Dude, imagine that's how Suri loses again this season. Like that'll be so depressing. Which I guess it can't really happen anymore because like there's only one idol left, but still.
It explains in great detail the method by which the treasure was hidden.
One was the All Stars 2 Survivor. I think it's kind of a different thing in my mind. Like All Stars 2 is like really A versus the World's kind of the All Stars 2 to a degree. Like A versus the World's better than All Stars 2, obviously, but like still. Yeah, my man has an idol. Did they highlight Aubrey? Did they? I don't remember they highlighted her. Schedule of the season requires for there to be one elimination a day. Yeah, makes sense. That's kind of how they approached the end game.
The year was 1816, and the original crew of the Esperanza
like in modern seasons. All just do is a torture to watch. By the end for sure. Live. I think like the first like 3 weeks were fun. And then like week 4 was a drag, but even then like week 5 was no, week 5 was bad. Week 5 was the Bailey. Yeah, that was bad. Week 6 was the okay one, right? Where Tyler goes up and whatnot. And after that, yeah, the season's kind of just bad. Think RZA made the right move? No, I don't. I think it was a horrible move. And yeah, I've talked about it a lot already.
As if by fate, our pirate protagonist's fleet washed ashore on
Yakuza Bay appearance on 50. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I wonder like I wonder if like someone should make a list of like all the people that have made like an appearance on Survivor 50. I wonder how many players it ends up being through like all the flashbacks and everything. Like who ends up being the most notable player to not be involved in any of the flashbacks? Is RZA my least favorite player left besides John? I assume you mean Jonathan, right? I don't actually dislike RZA that like he's just fine. But like I guess like I mean like who's Who's left again? I mean, like, I think Rizzo's like on the same level as Tiffany for me. It's like they're both fine. Yeah, it's like what, Sri, Devins, I like. Joe, I think is like ironically funny at this point. Who else is there? Rizzo. I feel like I'm missing a person. Rizzo, Jonathan, Tiffany, and then who's the other one? Why am I blanking on like what? Oh, Aubrey. Fuck me. I'm close to fucking remember Aubrey. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Aubrey exists. Again, that's how great the winner of the season is. She's so memorable. How did my preseason analysis hold up? I mean, like, I thought Aubrey was so much better, obviously. It's funny that, like, I had her, like, in my preseason power ranking, I had her, what, 2, right? Like, I felt pretty good about Aubrey. And it's, like, funny that she's going to win, but, like, not because she was good at all. I think Jonathan was what I was expecting. Joe is probably worse than I was expecting. But, like, I thought this was possible. But, like, I think he ends up actually being worse than what I was expecting him to be on the season. Then what? Like, Suri is about what I expected, if not probably better, gameplay-wise. Like, I think she's played better. Devin's kind of what I expected, if not. Actually, like, you know, I thought Devin's would flame out earlier. Like, Devin's nearing endgame is kind of insane. He for Aubrey, like, why? I mean, like, like, I think game-wise, she played a shit game. Character-wise, is like, I don't know, she just doesn't, she seems just kind of miserable in this season. Like, she's not having fun, and also, she's not even doing anything actually fun either. It's like, it would be, like, because, like, she's on the outs, and it would be cool if she could, like, at least, like, try to be, like, a Devin sort of thing of, like, play it up and whatever. Like, instead, it's like, she's just seems kind of miserable. And now the edit being, like, so heavy-handed, and how it's, like, portraying her, it's just, like, I don't know. Tiffany's playing exactly how I thought. Yeah. But it's just, like, edit-wise, like, obviously, it's so apparent that it's not a winning edit. This is what, like, when everyone had Taylor Hero as their winner pick. Yeah. It's like, yeah, Aubrey, like, I was right that she was, like, one of the most likely winners, just that not nearly in the way I thought. By the way, we didn't talk about Taylor and Parvati did a photo shoot together. That was surreal. Never expected to see, like, Parvati and Taylor Hale and also some other guy that I don't even know in, like a photo shoot together. It was the guy, I think he was like a Dancing with the Stars person or something. It was something like that, right? But I don't know who it is.
Okay, so what do you think?
Devins can't keep getting away with it. Yeah, it is insane that this essentially just turned into the same thing. Like, Devin's literally just playing the same game again.
He believes it. And hell, I do too.
Chad is playing on Watching All Survivor. I'm surprised she hasn't already. I think I just assumed that she was a Big Brother or Survivor fan.
That's why I fell for every fake lead back then.
Well, this one could be fake too, right?
Right. So best we don't count our chickens yet, you know.
So because they used that well playing the last slogan for the cover, but no Survivor players were on it.
Straight to Nele Island, perhaps. Join Shigaki and the others in hunting
What was
down
that reference to?
heretic village.
Oh wait, are we talking about the Actually, yeah, what was that reference to? Yeah, what was this post? Oh, this is the photo shoot.
Steady as she goes.
Yeah, you're talking about it. I mean, like, Parvati's there. But kind of funny that it's like Generally, when I first saw the image, I didn't even recognize it was Poverty. Straight up. Like, I recognize Taylor. Which I was like, Taylor looks pretty good. But yeah, I didn't recognize Poverty at first. This enemy getting called the greatest player of all time. Oh no. Oh, fucking Joe Del Campo. Oh, he's getting it done at 71. That's why he's the best player of all time. I don't know if any other player would be able to get it done in 71. Okay, what is this? Load? Oh, fuck me. Okay. I was gonna try to open it on my phone and it won't let me, so I guess I'll fucking open it on desktop. Oh, were there more? Oh, I didn't even realize there were more. I just assumed that it was just the Poverty whatever one. Like Poverty Taylor and whatever. I didn't realize there were more. I know of these people. But yeah, so that's funny. No Survivor player. Yeah, I know these people. Or of these people. I don't know who Riley is. The other two I know of. I don't know who either of these people are. But yeah, that's kind of funny though. Yeah. Yeah, they just used the Survivor logo or Survivor slogan. Like I just assumed that that the Poverty one was Poverty Taylor one was the only one. I'm not meant to be here. Riley's Candy's daughter? Is that a thing? I didn't even know Candy would have a daughter that old. Okay, cool.
Anchors away.
Daughter, the next best Celebrity Big Brother 2 player. Obviously, that's how I remember her. Yeah, I just have complex feelings about people named Joe. You can add Joe Englum to that. That's like and he's actually generally is Joe Englum. I don't know, who's my least favorite Survivor player of all time? There's probably not actually Joe Englum, I guess, because like at least there was like a point where I liked him. There's probably like other people where like there was never a point where I liked them. Oh, Theo didn't win the UK vote? That's kind of funny. Do we have the results of the other votes? Did like any of the did Nasir win or anything like that? I generally don't. Yeah, I feel like Dan Spilo's probably.
We had ourselves a little sit down with Tucker.
Hang on.
Least favorite's Aubrey, obviously. Beat Joe Del Campo in Hall Brawl. I think modern Joe Del Campo. Yeah. Should I challenge him? Should I see if I could set that up?
Rodriguez.
Oh shit. You're here too, are you?
Thank God Rodriguez is here.
You can't say in front of me?
Oh no.
He definitely looks like a Rodriguez.
Just some old Yakuza business. Nothing for you
That
to
was
worry
his
about.
tweet.
Rodriguez here was just stopping by. Wanted to see how our work was proceeding.
Okay.
What signatures wish I had?
Was this house survivor at the end? It's a picture of the explosion from Big Brother.
Keeping
That's insane they still did that. I still can't believe they had that shot.
We all want
They actually thought that was a good idea. Is Joe 80? Yeah, I guess Joe is 81 now, isn't he? I guess it has been 10 years. I mean, you're assuming you're getting first pick on the Trader draft?
Half man brick walls nicer than him. Yeah.
Oh, is it 82? Oh no. It's been an extra year?
Village of Heretics? Yeah, believe me, we've been
I was gonna see at the immunity challenge where you check the tapes and recalls. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. So yeah, that was the big moment, right? Like so, like the thing that was in the preview that people were thinking, oh, it might be a medevac. It turns out now it's just the like that. I found it weird how they edited that and like how they portrayed that. I was not expecting them to like the fact that like they showed like the producer getting Jeff and then Jeff going off on a boat and then coming back on the boat. Like I'm surprised they showed all that. Like that felt weird to me. But I mean, like obviously it's fair. It's like yeah, correct. Like, and you watch back the footage, and yeah, Tiffany. Like, so there's that. Like, I saw the image of like, yeah, like Tiffany's like literally standing there, both feet, like at the time that Joe falls off. So it's like, yeah, like she should have been DQ'd. Like, it's a fair disqualification. Yeah, it would have been more interesting if it wasn't spoiled that Jonathan won immunity already. Well, actually, I literally wrote that on my note. Like when Tiffany won, I was like, oh, spoilers wrong.
Rough him up for some information and what have you.
But again, turns out they were right about something. Different. That wasn't even spoiled. That was like press photos, and like promo stuff, right? They're gonna be good at the math portion of Survivor. Who said that? What was that from? Oh, that was Billie Eilish, right? That was Billie Eilish that said that. That wouldn't be good at the math portion of it, of Survivor or whatever. Which that's certainly a way to describe it. Again, that's why Billie Eilish is a big super fan. She knows about the math portion of Survivor.
He's an old man who lives in a house way off by himself.
Also, isn't Amy Poehler a Survivor fan?
Trying to talk to him.
Like, isn't that a thing?
Able to speak too clearly.
Like, isn't she meant to be a fan?
Yeah, but that also might be good for us, don't you think? Like maybe he won't tell
Big
us
super
to
fan.
anyone.
How much longer until 51's done filming? I think like a week or so. About a week, I believe.
He can point it out to us.
I feel like we're in the late teens, days wise, if I were to guess.
We just think of another plan.
See, I would say about a week. I'm trying to remember, was it the 16th or 15th when 49 finished filming last year? So it'll be like a similar thing this year.
Captain, the old man's house is over this way. We'll still have to walk a little to get there.
I think the most generous way to vote that is that she meant to vote. Yeah, I assume that's what she was talking about. Is that she was talking about the like the strategic aspects of the game. But yeah, it's like weird that you describe it as the math portion. But yeah. I mean, we know Billie Eilish has watched the show. She has watched the show. Is she a massive super fan of the show? No. But she's watched the show.
There's rocks everywhere. Yeah, be careful, eh?
Yeah, I will. Anyway, look.
Redmond started. I mean, I assume they'll probably be in about a week. That will probably get a few people. Like we know, like Redmond implied that he has his eye on a few people. So like, I assume we'll get like a couple people right away. I don't think we'll get like. I think it'll be like 49. Where 49 was like we got like 6 of them. I think. Like within the first few days, but then we didn't get like the massive drop of like everybody until like right before the trailer came out. Oh, we should do a names draft actually. I forgot about that. Is Rachel Riley dream dead? It's definitely dead for 51. 52, it's not looking great, but it's not impossible. Like it still isn't filmed for another what?
He's alive.
Like month. So at least a chance. Why not bank on it though?
Well, maybe we can wait a little and see if he wakes up.
I see this was this. David Alexander? What the fuck is this?
Hey,
oh, wait, no, I forgot about this. Yeah, he like recorded Bella and Kemi fighting. Yeah, I do remember this. Yeah, last stream the groups were wrong. Like the groups that were spoiled were wrong.
This guy's over 100. Looks pretty good.
Because I forgot what exactly the groups were, but yeah, I remember because like Suri and Devins weren't supposed to be on the same team. The challenge call got lost in the mail. Yeah, it's disappointing. I guess. I mean, do I really need to see Bella again? But still. I did see the Mackenzie confirm she didn't get called. What a shocker. Called for challenge for it too. Clarify.
Wait, do you think could this be a piece of the treasure?
Try for it better.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, huh, kid?
Yeah.
Generally, I don't know if I like.
Hang on.
Is there anyone from BB26 that I'm like, I need to see this person on the challenge?
Here a long time. Who's to say he hasn't
I think I'm
stumbled
good.
upon some buried treasure once or twice?
Like Tucker would probably be fine.
Should we ask him?
I don't know if there's like anyone there. I'm
Hey,
like,
Gramps.
yeah, I need to see this
There a
person.
sec? Be a friend. This thing. Remember
Or
where
an
you found
Alex
it?
Allison was like the returnees, yeah.
Is he awake?
Thank God that didn't happen.
This coin. Any more out there like this one? Well,
Then again, like Alex Owl actually probably would have made more sense as a returnee than like Bailey for 22. But like, no.
what are you doing?
I'm
here?
still kind of surprised they picked Bailey for
well,
22.
We were just... Wait, same question.
I think that's like a pick that like I know I don't think I ever think about like nowadays. Like
So you're...
but like in retrospect, Bailey being picked for 22 is kind of funny. Like that is kind of random.
Wait, how did you get that? Huh?
Kenny's BB
Nice.
comic lives in your head rent free. I mean, just like Jesse. That's a dumb reference. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
What?
I'll be honest, I just don't think about Big Brother that much right now. Like, so much of my brain has been going to Survivor stuff recently that legitimately, since I finished the BB27 review, I just have not thought about Big Brother that much.
Captain, you okay?
It'll be fun. I think that's the thing with B28. That's like the most interesting for me is that like it would be me like having to get back into Big Brother. But I just generally have not really cared about Big Brother that much since finishing the 27 review.
Come on, Rodriguez.
B27 was great. I was able to get the Terran stuff into the B27 review a little bit, not a lot, obviously. Or fuck, not the review, into the room mill video. I know I have Give It To Me in there. I forgot if I think I end up adding... Oh, I have Vince saying I'm a fucking bitch. That's what it is. I got that into the video. That did not. Yeah, it's like I still see Ashley posting some dumb shit here and there and people complaining about it. Outside that, I haven't really thought about Big Brother that much. I'm trying to think of like what videos am I gonna make in a bit. Actually, I don't even know what the timeline of everything at this point. Oh fuck me, I fucked that up. Amanda, Ozzy, Rizzo, Ruin 50, who else? Those are the main culprits. Again, Suri would have won if it wasn't for them. So, it's their fault. It would have been funny if Amanda was on the season and she ends up playing exactly like Aubrey does. But again, we'll never know. That'd be funny if like Amanda does come back for like 54 and she's just like miserable the entire time. God damn it. Yeah, I need the brainstorm videos I'm going to make for next batch. I don't know what I'm doing for a scheduling video, because I don't even know if there's a point anymore in doing like that much scheduling, but I still want to do it for the sake of it. So I'll probably do that once room move video stuff is done. I'm hoping to have everything room move video related done within the week. Like by next Wednesday's stream, I'm hoping everything is done. Which would be like, obviously, like finishing all the individual parts and then also the clip compilation. I have decided at this point, I'm not going to bother doing the edited cut that I talked about. I talked about like potentially wanting to do a cut down version of the video. I might still do it eventually, but I don't fucking feel like doing it now. I think I'm ready to move on. Like, obviously, I've just been working on this video for too long. I think I need to, like, start working on something else. So I'll do the clip compilation. I was actually going to do another thing. I actually started, that was also something that, like, why part 1 took a bit longer to do as well. Is because I started off wanting to do, like, I was trying to catalog, like, all of, like, the exact breakdown of, like, when I talked about all the information and, like, all the clips I used. And I was going to, like, create, like, a spreadsheet to deal with all that. And I was just like, dude, this takes way too long. I'm not going to bother. Like, I'm just wasting time at this point. But, like, ideally I would have that. But I'm not going to, like, delay. Like, I'm not going to spend, like, double the amount of time doing this, like, final run through just for sake of me having this, like, list that doesn't really matter. Remember we thought Boomerang Eye would be an interesting concept? Did we? I don't know. I'm like, I think, like, when we first heard about it, it was, like, interesting, but also dumb. Because, like, it feels like it's opposed to what they meant for it to be. I actually still genuinely want to know, what the fuck was Jeff talking about when he talked about them, like, countering pre-game alliances? Like, yeah, generally, like, because, yeah, like, back to 49, like, on 49's On Fire podcast. Like, Jeff made a reference to, like, he said, oh, a hint for 50. We end up doing, like, essentially, like, we end up making some twists, and, we end up doing some things to counter pregame alliances. Like, genuinely, what was he talking about? Like, I generally don't even know, like, was there a single thing that did? Like, I generally don't. Like, because, like, Boomerang Idol literally favors pregame alliances. Like, yeah, I mean, generally, I don't know what he was talking about. Casting the 49ers, maybe. Mr. Beast Coin, obviously. Yeah, like, generally, I can't think of a single twist here that, like, is blatantly, like, against pregame alliance. Like, that is, like, yeah, I just don't know what he was talking about. But again, Jeff Probst is a liar, so, I mean, that's pretty apt.
Later. Don't panic, just go.
It is actually very funny, and, like, I talk about it properly in my removal video. It is very funny how much Jeff talked in the preseason of 50 of, like, oh, yeah, we talked to Rob. Rob didn't want to be on 50, and then we were like, no winners at war winners. And then, like, talks about, like, oh, yeah, we didn't call Parvati because, again, Rob said no. We just decided no winners at war winners. Well, it's like, yeah, but you did call Jeremy. Does it excuse it? What are you talking about? Then, like, he was, what was it that he was on? It was on Fire, right? One of the things where, like, he was, no, it was on Elvis Duran's podcast, I think, talking about Parvati. Either way, he did, like, an interview talking about Parvati eventually. Like, or, like, he was asked about Parvati, and he was like, yeah, I mean, again, like, we decided no winners are war winners. Again, Jeff Probst's just a liar. Jeff probably thought he did a good job. I mean, I assume he does. I mean, like, again, I don't know if you know this, but Survivor 50 is the best season of all time. He said so. I wish we got On Fire. I think this is, like, yeah. Why was this the season? And, like, I assume it's budget-wise. But, like, still. Like, why was this the season we didn't get On Fire? This would have been such a great season for On Fire. I would have rather had this season for On Fire than, like, 48.
Haven't the slightest. But I'll tell you one thing.
I'm just trying to think of this. What is the best season of On Fire?
They all end up killing each other over it regardless.
I was going to say 49, but it probably actually isn't. 49's the funniest, I think, because of the Jeremy stuff. But, like, I think the actual On Fire podcast is, like, kind of shit, actually. 46 was actually pretty good. Like, D would get into arguments with Jeff at points, so yeah, that was probably the best one. I wonder if I actually would like to do a On Fire, like, I don't know if retrospective is what you would call it. But, like, kind of like a breakdown of, like, all the production-based information we get from On Fire. I don't know if I'll ever actually do that. I think if On Fire's actually done, I might actually do that. Like, soon-ish. Like within like a year or so. If it comes back from 51, then I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't know if there's a point because like it's just gonna be outdated. Oh, I feel like Jeff must adore Devins now, right?
Listen here, boys. It's time to step up and earn your share.
Like I assume like pre-50, it was like he still loves Devins obviously, but like it's been a while. He kind of forgot. But now it's like back to where, oh yeah, this is why I love Devins. 44 didn't have a host. It was well, I mean, like there was Brittany Crapper, I believe is her name. Was the other person, was the third person who's one of the producers on the show. Like it wasn't an alum. Yeah, then what was Devins, D, Charlie, Rachel, Jeremy. It is funny they just like randomly pick Jeremy also. How I think the season goes if Ozzy played his idol. Cerise's certainly in a better spot. I would love to think that Cerise would have won. And who knows, maybe she still does win. But I mean, like Aubrey obviously goes, right? Like that's obviously a major change in itself. It's probably just radically different. Like I think it's tough to say without like knowing what happens following this. Right, just be Jeff and Jay and that's it.
Finally decided to show up.
I don't know. I think depends.
Figure now is a good time to settle things.
I think yeah, maybe actually. Because I do think having the player perspective isn't particularly interesting. Like I feel like On Fire, it's like I don't need to watch On Fire to see like the player perspective. I get that from like RHAP and like all these other places. It's like On Fire, like for me at least, is like meant to be for like the production information. See, I would be better off without like a Devins. Actually, I should probably do that. So they started On Fire 44, one of the most boring seasons. I mean, but they loved it. Like production and CBS like loved 44 at the time. Like they even announced 44 early. They're like, you know what? Yeah, we know 43 is a shit season, so again, you're gonna get 44 a much better season very soon because 44 is clearly a much better season. It is funny how like 44 was actually genuinely like liked at the time. Like I liked it at the time. I'm surprised they never brought back the Birdcage, actually. Like, thinking about 44, like, that being, like, kind of the one, like, gimmick of that season. It's kind of funny that they never brought it back when it was, like, oh, it was okay. Speaking of Birdcage, I did finish watching Dressrosa from One Piece. Which is great. It's long, but it's great. I barely started Zoe at this point. Bring our Boomerang out for 51. I wonder how that would play on a... Like, it would be weird on a newbie season, right? It's like, on a newbie season, you're essentially just, like, telling them to do it off of, like first impression / like Ponderosa, right? It's like, it's probably not ideal. But I guess like they've done it before, right? Yeah, it'd be like Ryan and Chrissy. Like they've done it before. like it's not impossible, but like it feels weird to like because it's just like essentially auto like yeah, it's like kind of like forcing you to tell a story that you can't really tell on the show because like it's not like the show is going to be like, yeah, I'm going to pick this person because we were like looking at each other at Ponderosa or whatever. Like they're not going to be able to do that. Carrot should have been try. I'll be honest, I don't remember Carrot that well. So I'm interested in this. Like generally, I don't remember Zoe much at all. Like having started rewatching like the first couple episodes of it. Yeah, I think this is the point where like I just don't remember it that well. Like I did watch it one time. Like I watched all of Zoe and I watched like the beginning of Whole Cake, but like I don't remember it that well. So I'm interested how like I feel about it by the end. Miss Chris God. Well, she is mothering, so. Did I ever play Star Fox? I've played Star Fox 64 when I was a kid. I played Star Fox Adventures, which is obviously like radically different, but I think those are the only two Star Fox games I've played. Like I played the Super Nintendo one like briefly, but like not really. Next time I'll watch anything Power Rangers for my Season 3 retrospective, which is clearly happening still. Playing a remake? Probably not. I mean, I don't have a Switch, though, and I'm probably not going to buy one anytime soon. Speaking of that, I just spent like a few $100s on random other shit I didn't need. Like other PS4, PS5 games. So that's something. Like I'm just addicted to buying shit I don't need. Again, at this point I am a full-on like PS5 collector. I assume it's exclusive. Like would it not be exclusive? It's fucking Nintendo.
I'll begin at the end. I still don't know where the treasure is.
Or down about Switch 2 or whatever exclusive. Because I don't know. Either way, I don't have either.
And you've seen how he's doing. Even when he's awake, he can't think clearly.
Like the art stuff for new.
Every few days.
Yeah, I saw the one poster of it or whatever.
Whatever I'm mentioning, all he does is cry and beg forgiveness.
Like it did look like
and that's the truth.
Like an attempt to be somewhat realistic, which I don't know. I don't know Star Fox well enough to like know what it's meant to look like, but I didn't like hate it.
Since then, I've spent all
okay,
my off
that's
time
something.
looking for the treasure. Kept it from the other Policana followers too.
Name all the Ranger for Power Rangers Beast Morphers. I don't know if I can for Beast Morphers.
Huh? The old man. He was never a real Policana follower.
I'm generally trying to remember the. I don't remember the character. Like which one's the character name, which one's the actor's name.
He joined Policana to infiltrate LA Island. He fooled them for decades.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Having a kid.
You think about it. I mean, again, it's Nintendo. I feel like for me, it's like that's the first thing that comes to mind. It's like, oh yeah, I'm probably never playing that because it's obviously on Nintendo.
He did find the treasure.
Can't believe they're making the same game a 5th time. Like, is it really just a remake? It's just a straight up remake again?
The ones he'd be leaving behind here.
Family, right?
Like, how many times have they
And his boy.
Like, I mean, like, is it actually 5 times? Like, actually?
I know the feeling. Took me a while, but
Actually, I'm looking at the post right now. Yeah, it looks pretty weird.
The same thing.
Hey, Dad?
Son?
Save it for later. I want to hear the rest of Rodriguez's story right now.
Kid knows what
See Yakuza 0 director's cuts on sale for $30. Do I need that? Probably not, genuinely.
That he'd only married my mother and had me as part of searching for it. The moment he did, all that love, all that trust, it would have been invalidated.
So, like,
So he decided
which Star Fox is it? Star Fox 64?
he'd live out his life on LA Island.
Wait, let me look this up.
Was a scant handful of silver coins. symbol of his regret.
Wait for this to load. C4 is retelling the first game, and there's I knew about 3DS. Zero was also 60. Really, I didn't know Zero was 64 also. Yeah, that's very funny. Like, so, like, how many actual Star Fox games, like new Star Fox? Because like Adventures, I know is a Star Fox, but like that's not even a real Star Fox game, right? Then yeah, there was a Star Fox 2, but that was never like officially released, right? Yeah, it wasn't released in Super. Yeah, okay. It was released in 2017. Assault is a new game, right? And then Command, that was a DS game. Oh yeah, Guard. What is Guard? Oh, that's just a tower defense game. Yeah, that's insane. What a fucking weird series. Yeah, thank God I'm not a Star Fox fan. That'd be really funny, genuinely. Thank God I'm an Assassin's Creed fan. Thank God that's the series I really got into.
Treasure's location faded from his memory. 20 years took their toll. Mom passed away.
It must be like very frustrating to be like a Nintendo fan that like doesn't like Mario or Zelda. Like that would be really annoying, right? Like if you're a big Nintendo gamer, but like you don't like Mario and Zelda, like you just like Star Fox and like Metroid and whatnot. I feel like Metroid. It feels like there's been a lot more modern Metroid games, right? Maybe. I generally don't know. Like obviously Prime 4 came out, right?
I had no choice but to tell a few companions my secret.
More remasters, remakes of Star Fox than Last of Us. I mean, but then again, to be fair, there's been more time for Star Fox. But yeah.
Do they know about it? All 400 of them?
No, most of them live the
same feeling I get as a Marvel fan that only likes X-Men. Yeah. Does Prime 4 suck? I generally have not seen much of the reception to it at all. Like I watched like a couple minutes of Pete Dorr playing it, and it looked fine. Whatever.
Rodriguez, question for you. You know where this village of heretics place is?
But yeah, I just accept I'm probably never playing it anyway.
Something like that existing. But that's it.
From who?
Bryce. But forget getting in touch with him.
Like genuinely, it's kind of insane just how much shit I buy on PlayStation. That's like, it really is for the better I don't buy a Switch. But oh wait, I forgot about this. Little Kitty Big Cities coming to PS5. I pre-ordered my copy. Finally, it's finally here. I talked about this like a while ago. That Little Kid Big City was only released physically on Switch. And like that bothered me because I wanted a physical copy of Little Kitty Big City, but I don't have a Switch. I was like, well, fuck. Do I need to buy a Switch copy even though I'm never gonna like get a Switch? But now it's coming to PS5 physical. Thank God I can finally have Little Kitty Big City in my hands.
Hold on. We can't keep adding people.
So again, it'll be in my pickup video eventually. I don't know if I generally don't even remember when it's coming out. Like I don't remember if it'll be here by next stream or by the next pickup video I do or not, but still. I want to play Strangers in Heaven. Like it looked good from what I've seen of it. I don't know if it's something I'm like clamoring to buy like day one. But I would like to play it eventually at least. I would like to watch I would like to start playing games again fairly soon. I'm hoping to have the Rumo video stuff done by the end of the week. I think once the Rumo video stuff is like fully done, I'll probably start playing games at that point.
Alright, fine. I'm in.
I'm really trying to remember the timeline of everything. Yeah, I want to redo. So like, I need to update Twitch related stuff like emotes, that sort of thing. I do want to do. Oh, is that the end of the chapter? Oh, there we go. Only 2 more chapters left, right? Oh, mixtape. I forgot mixtape. Is that is that good? Like, our reviews out for it yet? I probably won't play it for a bit still, but I'll play it eventually. Actually, I just realized that are there new sales yet for PlayStation? The sale's over, right? It's the 7th. Cool. So I guess there's just no new sale, I'm assuming. Whatever. I'll check if Dispatch is on sale. If Dispatch ever gets on sale in the near future, I'll buy it and then I'll play that. Yeah, it's still on sale. I don't know. Like, should I just buy it? It's only fucking $30. If it goes on sale, it's gonna be like $24 or something. It's not even gonna be that much cheaper. It just bothers me by like by precedent to like pay full price for a digital game that came out years ago, or not a year, like a year ago. But still, I hear it's very good. Like, I literally have not heard a single person talk negatively about Dispatch. But again, I just like, it would bother me personally to buy it for full price when it's a digital copy. Again, if there's a physical copy of Dispatch, I'm buying it right away. Like, that's not even a debate. Like, even if it's fucking like $60 or something, I'll buy it right away. But a digital copy? I don't know.
How are we planning to shake Tucker loose? Asking nicely,
Yeah, I assume it updates at like, actually, you would think it would update at like 3 a.m. or whatever, right? Actually, I guess not, because it's like, it probably is a GMT sort of thing, right? With the PlayStation, you would think. So I wonder. Yeah, I never actually paid attention to that. Yeah, what time does it update? PlayStation Store.
Now's not the time to go soft.
Come on. Guys got too
Won't be a
much to
streamer
carry.
mode because the music's too important to the game. For what? Oh, for mixtape? Yeah, that's a shame. Doesn't really matter for the Let's Play channel though, because it's not like I really care there. But it's just streaming it, then that's kind of annoying. Which I guess is like the point of it being a streamer mode, right? Or do speedruns again? I really want to. It's just like finding a time to actually like practice the speedrun again. I thought about going back to AC Origins now that I'm officially a world record holder again. Because like the run I had was even that good. Like I lost like what, like 3 minutes on like the final split. So like, yeah, I kind of want to go back to that. Also, I'd like to do the Life is Strange stuff again, just because I think it'll be kind of funny. I don't know what those routes even mean, but I'll just do whatever feels right. Oh yeah, what was the next batch of Prettium seasons? Yeah, it's bottom 10 were what, 22, 24, 20, or 36, 39, 26, 8, 30. I'm surprised he has All-Stars that low, but I'm happy he does. Also, same thing with Cook Islands. I'm surprised he gets it that low, but I'm happy he does. He should be ashamed of his Survivor 41 opinion now. Yeah, that's just proof that he's a fake Survivor fan. Those are romance options. Yeah, I don't know who those people are, though. So, we'll see. Pissed off last month because Tiny King was on sale for $15. What was it? Oh, actually, that's not. Yeah, okay. It reminded me of something, but like that's not anything relevant to this, is it? Also, say it's so bad. I mean, because it is bad though. With Secret Scene better than the Zach Brown one. I mean, like, at least it had something to do with the people on this season. If you hate All Stars, you're literally Mitch from 48. Well, at least I have a memorable gift then.
There's no way in hell I'm about to call you that.
Like, at least I'm in the intro of the Rumor Mill video. I did not do Don't Nod ranking yet, which is funny considering, yeah, Amphibian came out, which like I also have a physical copy of that pre-ordered. But yeah, supposedly it's shit. So that's something. Nice girl versus swears like a sailor girl. I'll probably go with the latter then, or maybe a mix of both, perhaps at the same time. That's the Assassin's Creed reference. That's also my removal video. Thoughts on Rocksroy getting featured in tonight's episode? Oh yeah, he was there, wasn't he, for the 42 scene?
Let's do this thing.
Yeah, who else was randomly shown there? I guess we probably got a Drea appearance, right? Which is like,
Hey, Captain, welcome back.
Romeo. Oh, hi. Yeah, thank God we got hi. Yeah, Becky was there. We got a Yule appearance. Thank God. Yule's a machine. I don't know if you know that. I think I forgot to use that clip. Oh, fuck me, dude. I think I meant to use that clip in the, when Yule actually gets mentioned in the removal video at the end, but I think I forgot. So maybe I'll add that when we get to it. Oh yeah, by the way, actually, I haven't even mentioned this. The video's gotten longer, by the way. So I thought through rewatching it, I would actually delete some things. No. I've added more. So it's like 2 minutes longer now than what it, like through part 2, it's 2 minutes longer. Like it's almost at 8 hours 15 minutes now. And too, for a lot of it's not even necessarily like it's like I definitely slow, like, so like there were a lot of clips that, especially early on, where like I sped them up a lot. And yeah, I just like kind of reduced that in the final version, just because like there's not really that much of a point, especially for like clips that are like from like not from televised things that'll get copyright claimed. Like there's not really a point in playing these things at like 1.5 speed, and like there's still some that I play at like 110% speed or whatever. Like, it's like there's some things that are like sped up to a degree, especially because like I don't know if I want like 20 seconds of an RGB podcast playing. Like that's definitely like a bit excessive. But yeah, it's like I definitely limited the amount of like sped up clips. And even the ones that are sped up are like less sped up. So like that's added to the runtime. And there's also just a couple points where I did add more clips. So yeah, cool. First 10-hour video now. It'll be like maybe like 8:20. And generally it's like it's at the pace it's at now, it's like 1 minute per part, right? So like that'll be 4 minutes. Yeah, it'll probably be at like 8:19, 8:20, somewhere in that range. Oh, we did get an update on One Piece. I don't get what they're doing. Like, it's kind of weird that it exists, to be honest. Like, so, like, if the intention... Like, so, like, yeah, they announced that, like, their season 1's coming out, like, next year, and it's, like, only the first, like, 50 chapters, which is only, like, through, like, half of Baratier. Which is just, like, strange. Where, yeah, like, why not just do all of like East Blue? It's like weird that they're like why specifically like half of Baratier? Like that's just such a weird spot to end, I feel like. And like there's no way they're finishing this, right? Like there's no way at this pace they actually intend on finishing this. And the thing is, like, it's not even like these are the arcs that need actual redoing. Because, like, the anime, like, this part of the anime is, like, fine. Like, obviously, yeah, it could be condensed, but it's, like, it's not, like, unwatchable. It's really, like, post-time skip that needs to be, like, genuinely redone. So like it just feels like another spot where like they're remaking the parts that don't really need to be remade, and then not remaking the parts that, or like I assume they won't get to the parts that need to actually be remade. But it's still like such a slow pace. That's like I would be mind blown if they genuinely get like anywhere close to time skip.
Captain, there's something nearby.
Wait, if Aubrey went home, we might have a final 4 of all men? Oh no. What would that be? Well, Ozzy, Jonathan, Joe, Rizzo, and Devins. Yeah, it's possible. Devins is definitely the one that's the most questionable, but outside that, yeah, that definitely felt viable, I guess. Was 48 that bad? It wasn't. People just remember 48 poorly. The reality is that's one of the best seasons of all time. People just don't know the truth. Last Gasp did almost kill Ozzy. Actually, I'm shocked that like Wilnuff didn't mention that yesterday. Yeah, I'm shocked he did. By the way, mention Bruce of all people. I found that funny. Of all people to get reference in his A vs. the World watch through, he mentioned fucking Bruce Kenagai. Is there any season where if the finale was all men, it would have been better? I don't know. Probably not. Not that I can think of. I mean, he didn't mention Bruce by name. He remembered, like, Bruce by his, like, fire-making technique. And then, like, someone else mentioned to him it was Bruce. But it's still such a, like, a random person to remember.
Damn Warzone.
Do I think 48 Me would be explaining how this edit for... probably not, but I'll probably be doing that for, like, Rizzo or something. Probably think Rizzo is the best edit of all time.
I almost feel welcome.
And is obviously the greatest player of all time. That's undeniable.
As am I. Primarily
This guy doesn't feel like a
because I
Tucker.
assume you've returned with information, yes?
Like, I don't see this guy dominating challenges on Big
What
Brother.
is this?
It's from Nele Island. Old timer from Polycana had it.
Is this a piece of 8?
Wouldn't you know it? Guys
Like, I don't
hold
think
on to
6
the
likable men
treasure
ever
against
made
Mirage
jury.
decades ago. Trouble
Like,
is,
I haven't, like, properly thought it
it's always
through, but I
gonna
would be
close.
pretty
Next
shocked
sundown.
if that's the case.
Mine's long gone.
That there is, like, a season
Poor
where, like,
bastard couldn't
all the
tell
men
you
that
his
made
own
jury are
name.
likable.
Then it's really there. The lot of it. The wealth of the
Generally
Emerald
sweating at
Horizon.
3 was out.
Last.
I
After
wasn't
all
by
this
the time it happened,
Wait, what did you just say?
but
If you're telling me that the
would have
treasure's already
been
found,
generally like this episode. I mean, like either way, like the spoilers would have been wrong because of the groups being wrong.
It's all still there. His son Rodriguez says so.
But like, I think there's at least a world where you can interpret this as being like
I've heard
Cerie's
that name
downfall.
before. That's the
I didn't think this was more blatantly an Emily downfall episode
I
though.
see.
But
He's aware that Nele Island is home to the treasure.
I
as
don't think
well?
from an editing perspective this is like a very clear.
Scouting for that heretic's village,
Like
hasn't
I don't think like
His
just
village.
purely from an edit perspective I would be like 100% confident that
Once he
Cerie
finds
was
it, narrowing down the
safe
treasure's location will
by
be
the end.
child's play. Captain Majima, I'll see you again when you have more news. Naturally, you'll handle Rodriguez, yes? You and I can simply filch the prize out from under him.
Yeah, it's like I think like
I gotta disappoint you. You're coming
I
with
definitely
us.
would have been leaning Emily either way,
Details in the village won't
but
follow.
I at least think there would have been like a sliver of doubt that maybe it could land on Cerie.
You'll be in the best of hands. I promise you. We're all friends here. Bunch of pals on a treasure hunt.
Into that Polycana viper's nest. Out of the question. I would be
Depending on how much longer I want to go for. We're at what,
And this pile
3:14.
of Esperanza golden shit ain't worth
It's funny this stream's so short.
Why should the rest of
I was
us
like
have to
started
do all
what
the
like
work?
40 minutes later than what I would normally start. Music's so ass. That's yeah.
A moment's all we can spare. Things
Generally,
ain't the
like,
way they were before.
I don't even remember if Yakuza music typically is good.
The Esperanza Trail's gotten hot over there. Rodriguez knows.
I feel like I only remember like 2 tracks in like all of Yakuza.
The Yakuza makes it 200. On top of that, Raymond Law.
Oh yeah, Ozzy was for sure out. Like they just like really dunked on Ozzy by the end, and like he also had like the moment about his dad and everything, which was like good content, but like clearly as like his like kind of farewell like thing.
Slow down. I know when I'm being.
I overall like I haven't really talked about like Ozzy overall in this season. Like I thought this was a great run from Ozzy. Obviously, like I thought like considering like I came into this season like dreading Ozzy, especially after Game Changers. Like this was a pretty good season. Like I still think South Pacific is probably a more. Actually, I don't know. Actually, maybe this is a fairly fitting ending to Ozzy. Not that, like, yeah, like I would actually be pretty surprised if we don't see Ozzy again. To be fair, like I actually generally do think we'll probably see Ozzy on like Survivor 60 or something. But I think this was kind of an interesting, like, potential ending to like Ozzy's Survivor career. Like tragic in how he goes out and everything, but also kind of like fitting of Ozzy.
200 able-bodied fellas scouring for buried treasure around the clock.
Yeah, it's like by Survivor 60, he's gonna be what, 48? Like he'll still be younger than like a lot of the older people in this cast, like younger than Colby, Coach, Suri.
You have to be willing to squeeze.
Ozzy generally went down as a player for you. Interesting. Like I feel like Ozzy, he went up, but like not by like a significant degree by the end. I think this like if it wasn't for his like downfall here being so disastrous, I probably would have felt very good about Ozzy.
How dare you, you dog!
Because like I think like for a lot of the season I was like, okay, yeah, there's like pitfalls here and there, but like I think it seems like he's genuinely changed as a player and has actually become good. I think by the end here, I think it. Like, obviously, his boot round, I think, is very bad. And then, I think, as a whole with the season, I think his strong suits really come down to the fact that he had Suri. And yeah, he wanted to go to the M3, which is dumb. But to be fair, I kind of already knew that. I kind of had that as, like, part of my assessment.
25%.
If we were to split it evenly 200 ways, how much would that
0.5 for everyone. I think they'll want at least.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that's like, definitely a hesitancy here. Like for me, it's like no matter what, it doesn't go down. I think with Ozzy, it's like I kind of had already a fairly low opinion of Ozzy. Like I don't think Ozzy ever was a particularly good player. But I think this season, like especially like what, almost 10 years since his last appearance, like a more like developed, like, yeah, whatever, Ozzy is like, I think there was room for him to move up quite a bit, and then ultimately I think it's just like, yeah, he's kind of still the same, just like a modicum better.
Cutthroats is as cutthroats does. You ain't all that different.
How very candid. Give me a bit of time to ready.
Like I think he's at least like a little bit more self-aware.
My security escort will accompany me.
Like, is it good enough? No, but like it's a little better than what he used to be.
What's the worst that could happen to you with the kid around?
Yeah, without the twist, it's like he likely stays at least. Yeah, it is insane that he was almost the first boot.
Captain.
Boss Ron, the most popular player, Star player ever. Probably. At least in terms of like popular, as in like most well known. Yes. Like revered or like liked. I'm not sure. He might actually still be. We were talking about like number of people. I'm trying to remember back when like Survivor 30 did like best players of all time. Boston Rob was number 1 on that, right? Or was it Parvati? I don't remember anymore. A fault players not willing to cut their pregame relationships, number 1. Yeah. Like I fault Suri for not wanting to cut Parvati in Australia vs. the World. Is Boston Rob hate one of the most forced things? I mean, I think it's like you expect it. I mean, like I think anyone that like has that much like is that like popular from a casual perspective, but also like loved by production in a way that's like kind of annoying, and so I don't know. It's like I get it. There's people that generally act like he's a bad player. Yeah, I think that is like kind of, yeah, it is insane because like ultimately like I get the like basis around the argument, but I think it's still like just very flawed. Like the concept that it took Ostrov 4 times to win, that's a sign he's a bad player. And it's like most players don't win if they're given like 100 tries.
I'm not sure, but are
people looking at us? So like if you want to say Bostrov's not like a top 10 player survivor, I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like even like top 20 even. I'll be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Like to say he's not like a top like 100 player, then I think that's kind of insane.
State your business or shove off.
I'd heard ye had a sharp tongue. What say I slice it off?
Savvy Suri ends her career on a good game. Yeah. I mean, like, I would feel very weird if she just, like, gets voted out and, like, it's just a normal vote, though. I do think that part of it would be kind of lame. But also, I guess that would also be kind of fitting that, like, the first time, or, like, the last time she plays, it's, like, a spot where she is just being naturally voted out. Which has never, like, really happened before. Was coming answering as Robin Rupert. Yeah, makes sense.
Captain Majima.
I'm trying to think of like of the casuals I've talked to.
Mortimer.
I know former coworker of mine, her favorite player is Joe Anglum, until I told her about Joe Anglum.
Lest you get ahead of yourself, know that I'm not about to fight you. There'd be no money in it. If I'm going to risk the health of my men...
It would be lame she went home in a normal vote. This is why we had the Beast coin. That is true. Bummed Gen V got canceled. I'm surprised. Like, I didn't realize. Like, I just thought it ended. Like, I just, like, once. Like, with season 2 ending and, like, it, like, going, like, it tying in with The Boys season 5 or whatever. Like, I just assumed that was meant to be the end.
Says you.
Yeah, guess we'll see. All right, I'll think it over. Schedule it in the
Seen an idea for next All-Star season. Rivals. 18 pairs of rivals. Dude, actually...
I move to wonder.
What would that even look like? I, like, generally, I would not be that opposed to a... I guess that's kind of like the challenge to it. I don't know. Like, I would not want it for, like, a actual Survivor Big Brother season, but I think it would be interesting to see a social strategy game where you have to play with your rival.
Well, there's money to make. Mortimer's challenge. I'll need you to...
Where you're actually, like, tied together as a pair. Like, that could be fun to watch.
Will you now? Well, until I see you and the Commodore engage, Tucker stays put in Atlantis. Understand?
Huh? But why?
Does Suri even come back if she won Micronesia? Yeah, I think she comes back. She comes back for Here's Villains for sure.
Never find it, will you?
Like literally,
If
Parvati
I
came
have to
back
hold him
after winning Heroes
hostage
and
to
Villains.
keep your ship docked, then I'm
On
prepared
purpose just to
do
take out your
anything.
enemy. Yeah, see, it could be fun. You can get some fun stuff
Mr.
like that,
Tucker
or like
shall
just
remain
like sabotage your
Ravenhall's
game
most
to
honored guest. Any who
get your
spurn the
enemy
hospitality
voted
of
out
our great
alongside you.
sanctuary will meet their end on the ocean floor. The cannons of Madlantis forgive no offense.
Mike Ross could be an alternate. I mean, that's just his role.
Nor will its denizens show mercy to a soul aboard. Not even
Pull
a
a
weeping
Dunbar,
child.
yeah.
So, if we beat Mortimer in the Pirates Coliseum,
I find it interesting how challenge is that way. Or like, there's points where the challenge, like with the challenge where people just don't give a shit. They just like show up for the paycheck seemingly and then
Sure,
leave right away.
you and Mr. Tucker may depart freely. It would be your privilege as our newly crowned champions. I wouldn't.
I guess that's
dare
really is how Survivor and stuff would be if like you had returnees every season, right? Like if you had returnees every season, I'm sure like Boston Raw would probably accept here and there for like just a random paycheck or something. Especially like back in the day. Maybe not now because obviously it's like other opportunities, but like
you and me.
but I'm sure there's like players that like you would not expect to come back that probably would say yes just like for the paycheck.
Guess the treasure's gonna have to wait.
just when we were finally getting close, we should head back to the Goromaru, Captain. After all that,
Boss would be a 4-time player by now. Survivor, work like the challenge, or 4-time winner. Probably not. I mean, he barely won once. Like after 4 appearances, it took him 4 times. It would be funny though. Like I generally, I did want to do that as a video idea, but I didn't know what the video idea would like. I didn't like fully concept it, but like, what if there were returnees every season for Survivor? Like that would be like interesting. What if you could like do it properly? But like obviously there's no way to like actually do it properly because who the fuck actually knows? Probably end playing the game for tonight. It'd be hilarious if we live in a world where Ashley beats Robin in a jury vote. I don't know if hilarious is the right term. But yeah. How I feel about Rob's win equity in Redemption Island, or is it overblown? I think I don't know. Like my overall stance is that I think like against Ashley, you could debate it for sure. I think against like I think it's a spot where like I think people overrate how bitter Zapatero seemed to be at Rob. But I do think Ashley is someone that definitely could have potentially beat Rob. I don't think it's like a guarantee. But like Rob, like obviously beats Philip and Natalie. I think he beats Andrea. He probably does lose to Grant. I think they just respected Grant as like a competitor, and he was just like kind of an affable guy. Yeah, I think Grant probably wins. I don't know if it's 100%. Like I think it's like when looking at the Zapateras, it's like I do think like a Mike Cheezel is someone that like seemed to be pretty pro Rob. David Murphy was obviously pro Rob. But then again, I feel like Mike Cheezel also is like definitely someone that could vote Grant too. But like, I think in like in Ashley's situation, like if Ashley was there, I do think Mike Cheezel likely votes Rob. And like along with him could come like a Steve. Like David Murphy probably votes Rob. It's like I think in that world, it's like I think Rob could win. Doesn't Rob beat Jenna in All Stars? I think he does, but it's not like a guarantee thing. It really comes down to Kathy and Rupert. I'm inclined to think he gets their votes. What do I say? I'm most shocked. Is still in the final 7 based on my predictions preseason. Devins probably. Who? Okay, now I'm thinking through the cast. I'm missing one person again, but it's not Aubrey this time. Who am I missing? Oh, Rizzo. I'm missing Rizzo. Yeah, I would say Devins. I think Devins is probably the person I'm most surprised by. Because like I was expecting Devins to kind of flame out early on, but then I always saw there was like a potential upside. But to be fair, like this season hasn't really played up to that upside either. Like I thought like Devins would either flame out the beginning or be like someone that actually like learned from its last appearance and play like a pretty steady game this time. And it's like, no, he's just doing the exact same thing again. That's a Riz God to you, obviously. Den's got the best case scenario, first tribe. Yeah, that was definitely a very fortunate grouping. As for a Harden Big Brother, it depends on what we're talking about. I would rather do Survivor than Big Brother, like 1,000,000,000%. Like being in a house for like 100 days with nothing to do outside of talking to the people around you, that sounds miserable. Yeah, it sounds like Devins would have gone if it wasn't for Mr. Beast. Which sounds about right. Made a prediction before the season, only had Tiffany and Jonathan top 7. Yeah, I feel like for me, like Aubrey, obviously I had high on my power ranking, and it was high variance, but like I definitely saw a lot of upside for Aubrey. Joe and Jonathan, I thought were locks to make it deep. I would have been very surprised they didn't. And to be fair, Joe definitely faced a lot more adversity than I was expecting him to, but like still, I think both of them played to like my expectations. Rizzo, if we're talking about like before, like during filming and everything, like obviously I was not feeling like great about Rizzo, but like there's always the chance that he could make it deep. But like I still would not have expected him to win. Who is it? Yeah, Devins again. I'm pretty surprised by. Suri, I think her making endgame was always very viable. It's just a matter of can she get to the very end. And then Tiffany is, yeah, like Tiffany obviously doesn't have a big target on her back, so it's not that big of a shocker either. So yeah, like really, it's like I feel like Devin's the only one. Like Devins and Rizzo are the only two that I'm like even surprised by at all, really. I am kind of surprised Coach didn't make it further. I think that's one of the things. I know we were expecting Coach to make it deep. But yeah, guess not. We're gonna consider Suri as twist screwed. Probably depends. Depends on how exactly. Like if it turns out like she goes out next round and it's like very clear that she would have stayed had Ozzy been there, then yeah, I think you can. But otherwise, probably not. Not to like a major degree. Is Devon's gonna be on Beast Games 3 as a twist or some shit? It's possible. Very possible. I think Rosa and Jonathan runners up. I mean, it's possible. Where's these 3 going out? I would personally guess like final 6. But like theoretically it could be next episode. It's just that I don't know. I feel like Tiffany and Devins definitely feel like more viable next boots. So yeah, like I would expect Suri to be a final 5, final 6. I don't think she makes final 4, but one of those two. Yeah, generally Joe. Yeah, I mean, like I've been talking about this throughout the entire stream. Joe's edit is bizarre for a modern. Oh, by the way, I can put chat on screen. Yeah, Joe is bizarre for a modern new era runner-up. Like he's just gotten like so much negativity in a way that they typically don't like to give to Modern Runners Up. So it's like, edit wise, I would not expect Joe to get to the end, but I don't know. I'll probably end here. We're at 3:30. So yeah, between now and next stream, what's happening between now and next stream? Not much, right? From a reality TV perspective. Are there any new shows? Just what, American Gladiators? Which, like, I'm probably still not gonna bother watching. Is Joe destined to be a GOAT? If he gets to the end, yeah, 100%. Like, I would be mind blown if Joe can win this season. They backload all of Joe's negativity across 2 seasons. Yeah. Wait. Wish you luck in your exam. I mean, yeah, good luck. Hope it goes well. Oh, you mean forever? Like every time he plays? Not really. I don't think he was destined to be a GOAT in 48. Because, like, from what I understand, he wasn't a GOAT until, like, the end. Like, where this season, it's like he's just a GOAT the entire time. Like, 48, it's like, from what I understand, like, he actually had, like, win equity, and then, like, around the time the Mary boot, it's like people, like, really soured on him. And, like, even then, like, by the end, there's still people that, like, were willing to vote for him, especially if, like, again, if it was somehow a final 2 between him and Eva, he wins. So it's like, there's worse. It would be so fucking funny if Joe wins this season. Like, I would love to see that. Just because it'd be funny. Or, like, an Aubrey win at this point just feels depressing. Because, like, it's, like, kind of now, like, apparent from the editing perspective. And it's, like, she's not even been, like, fun on this season or anything. Like, genuinely, I think this is my least favorite version of Aubrey. Where, yeah, like, at least Joe is, like, a funny character this season, for what that's worth. She has been a psycho. At least we did get that. We did get Aubrey being a psycho. So, that's cool. But, yeah, what was it? Yeah, we'll end here. I'll be back on Sunday. Not much happening between now and then. I'll continue work on the Rumo video. Again, I think I'll have parts 3 and 4 for sure out by then. And 2. I mean, like, 2's technically not out yet, but yeah, should be out at some point tomorrow. Yeah, I think 3 and 4 will for sure be out by next stream. 5 is like, it'll probably be close. And yeah, what else? I'll watch more One Piece. Neff's gonna watch Australian Survivor tomorrow, right? I'll probably watch that, and yeah, there's like stuff like that I'll watch, but nothing like major. Game Changer, I thought she had like some fun like moments of like being an underdog in Game Changers. But to be fair, she could get like a pretty quiet edit though. Yeah, like Aubrey personally, but she's playing terribly. I like her like outside the show. But yeah. She's played pretty shit. Yeah, it's like I still understand why they would edit her this way. Oh, is he watching an episode? Did he watch an episode tonight? He's busy Thursday. Oh. That's a shame. Anyway. I'll watch whatever he does eventually watch. I have been also I think Lisa Blorn finished Amazing Race 28 tonight. So maybe I'll watch that too. Which so far is kind of just mid. Very blah. Not my favorite season. Yeah. Anyway, I'll end here. I'll be back on Sunday. See you guys next time.